The Grammy winner says the show will be rescheduled and details will be released soon. He has 2 more shows scheduled for Friday and Saturday in Atlanta. No word yet on whether those will go on as planned. A new federal complaint accuses the Fulton County school system of fostering an anti-Semitic environment.
Denise Katz-Prober with the Brandeis Center for Human Rights as they filed that Title VI complaint after learning that Jewish students are allegedly subjects of bullying and harassment.
The most egregious incidents, for instance, students telling an Israeli middle school student someone needs to bomb your country, and hey, somebody already did.
She claims the district knows about the bullying but hasn't taken action. But a district official says the claim is false. They say they always investigate inappropriate behavior when it's brought to their attention. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
The World Health Organization declares the Mpox outbreaks in Congo and elsewhere in Africa a global emergency.
It's a call to arms, really, to try and mobilize not just medical resources, but political resources as well.
The BBC's Dominic Hughes says cases are confirmed among children and adults in more than a dozen countries. There are more than 500 deaths and over 14,000 cases in Africa. Reckless driving charges are dropped against a University of Georgia football player. Wide receiver Sokovie White was arrested in May when he was pulled over by Athens Clark County Police on Clayton Street downtown. Athens court records show the county solicitor filed a motion to dismiss because video footage would not have been able to prove reckless driving beyond a reasonable doubt. It is now 3:03 and the Von Haessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Here is Doug Turnbull.
Bits of drama in the junction, Bill. Good afternoon. There's been a crash. Just moved to the right shoulder after it was in multiple lanes. 85 north on the Jam Cam at I-285, exit 95. You're slow north of Shallowford and heads up East Freeway 20 east. Several minutes of backups leaving 285 over to that left lane construction at Panola, exit 71. The downtown ride starting to stack up, especially 75-85 south for the 85-400 merge down the connector south to I-20. Doug Turnbull, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. Partly cloudy today, just a slim chance of an isolated rain shower in the northeast side of the metro. Today's high is 90, lows tonight down in the low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 91. Watching for scattered rain showers and thunderstorms to pop up with the heating of the day on Friday, high 90.
Right now, it's 90 at Peachtree Corners, 88 in Lovejoy, also 90 in Mableton. More news at 3:30, breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
These people just make noise and basically waste our time.
Dear members of the media and the public, I welcome you.
Live from the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, and beyond, Hour 1 of the Von Haessler Doctrine begins right now. I am your lovable, huggable radio chat host, Eric Von Haessler. The other voices you hear are the Doctrinaires. Man of 1,000 voices, Tim Andrews. Lady of 184.7 characters, Autumn Fisher. The man behind the glass, George Clark, has the week off, but we do have the great Andrew Longoria with us, and also the handsomest producer in all of producery, Jared Yamamoto.
I don't know if I can do this show because I just think I need to let my body rest a little bit.
Yeah,
if that's okay.
I think we're all doing a little bit of Usher right now. Just, you know what? I woke up this morning. Woke up here in my own hometown where I got a show tonight. I decided, I need a little rest.
Give my body a second to rest and heal. You know what I mean?
He really did. Did he have a show last night?
No, his first show is tonight, and then he's going to have one on Friday and Saturday at State Farm.
Right, he may have had other shows in other places. That is, to me, odd. Usher, up the game. Say you're sick. You know, say you came down with something, but just the idea of, I don't know, I'm just tired. I need some rest. On the day of the show?
Yeah.
That's pretty insane.
He put up he took a screen grab of his Notes app and he put it up on his X account. And first off, it's so long to read. But basically, he says, I just woke up and I'm not feeling great. Got to give my body a bit of a break.
Yeah, I know. If he's sick, if he's coming down with something, that's one thing. But just, I've been overworked lately. Wouldn't he have known that 4 days ago? Give people a clue. What about people surely somebody probably flew into Atlanta.
A lot of people.
You have hotel rooms. That's just, up the game, Usher. Just lie. Just say, I've got, the flu and I'm can't get out of bed or something.
Use COVID. At least that works.
Yeah, use COVID. People will let you get away with anything if you say you got COVID. That's just crazy to me.
Especially when
Just gets out of bed in the morning, is like, oh, I don't feel a show inside this body.
Well, when you think
today,
when you think about ticket sales too, the Wednesday show tonight is obviously going to be cheaper than the Friday and Saturday shows too. So for a lot of people, you're right. They probably did fly in just specifically for this
Is
show.
that the way it works? Have they done Wednesday shows cheaper?
Oh
than
yeah, than the
Thursday?
Friday or Saturday, absolutely.
Is that true?
Yes,
I don't know if that's true.
Absolutely.
You mean resale?
Resale, yeah, for sure. If you're trying to jump
Who
in
does
late
this
in the game,
apply to? It doesn't apply to Taylor Swift.
No, not
Her
to Taylor
shows are
Swift,
gonna
but
be-
to most artists though. If you have a Wednesday show compared to a Friday show, the Friday
Their
show should be more.
tickets price will be the same, just the resale value will be less.
Which is where majority of people buy their tickets now, because you can't get in early enough. Because all the scalpers jump in quick and they buy them and then they resell them.
All right. Well, we wish Usher the best of luck in healing, getting his body back together again. And then he's going to do Thursday and Friday, or no?
That's the plan as of right now.
guess
Is
we
to do
just wait.
Friday and Saturday.
I'd be pissed off.
Yeah, I
if
would.
My
would be
tickets
too.
for Wednesday, and he shows up on Thursday and Friday. Hey, you know what? I woke up this morning and I feel great. Let's do a show. Yeah, Usher, do you know how many times I've come in here and commandeered a relatively good radio show when I'm way hungover? I'm talking about the struggle bus. Let's face it, Usher, you're on the struggle bus. So you have somebody else drive you to, what is it, State Farm?
That's right.
And get out of the struggle bus and put on a mildly entertaining show. Maybe it's not going to be your best show, but you got to show up.
Hey, Frankie Valli shows up, and
That's
he's
right.
92.
He's 137
Yes.
years old. Grease is the word that you heard. It's got a groove. It's got a
I don't
meaning.
think he's still alive anymore.
What?
I don't think he's alive anymore.
Well, he is, because he's appearing.
Well,
He's appearing.
He's doing the Biden.
appearing.
You sound like you're in a hole in the ground.
I
Autumn.
know. That's
There
what I
you are.
heard.
Is that
All
better?
right.
Okay, all right.
Is that better?
It's a little better. You sound like you're starting to climb out of the hole. Not that you're out of the hole, but you're close enough to the top that you can poke your head up, say something, and then go back down.
My mom's a real important lady, mister.
This is the day when Autumn broadcasts from her car on Wednesdays.
Oh, for heaven's sakes! What am I supposed to feel sorry for? Is that what you're trying to get? You try to like work up this thing where I feel, oh, I guess I'll just have to be nice to Autumn for the next
Most
4 hours.
Wednesdays- No, and it makes it seem like, this is the one where she messes up. Most Wednesdays are fine. You don't even notice.
Yeah.
You didn't even know I was in my car. It was
I
just,
didn't know
hey.
you were in your car until it started raining. And then
Oh,
I
yeah, that
realized
was great.
either
Well, they go find a bridge.
Either she's living in a shed or she's doing the show from her car on Wednesdays. All right, let's get this out of the way right up front here.
Word of the day.
Anthemania.
Anthomania
Anthemania.
is the word of the day. It's a noun, y'all. Anthomania. Not a difficult one. Basically, antho and mania. You slap them together, you
Love
got
it.
anthomania, which is an excessive or passionate enthusiasm for flowers.
Oh, God, I want your lips near my stamen.
No, not an erotic.
Oh, just your two lips. Come on.
Anthemania.
It's passion, as in you appreciate.
Nice bud. I can't wait until it flowers.
No, it's not. It's not. The word of the day is not creepy. The word of the day is anthomania.
Can you shake your pollen off on my face?
No. It's not that kind of.
Here, let me lick the nectar off my
I
finger.
think that you missed out. I think the word passionate just means one thing to you. This is just somebody who has a love of flowers. And of course, the way the word of the day works, the host has to use that word, anthomania, in a sentence.
Anthomania.
That's right. There it is.
Bees are anthomaniacs.
Excuse me?
Bees would be anthomaniacs.
Yes, they would be anthomaniacs. Listen.
This guy over
Hey,
here.
King B.
Yeah.
Sit down.
You have a
Relax.
lovely
It's
iris.
not an erotic attachment to flowers. It is simply an appreciation, a passionate appreciation
Nothing
of
but
flowers. And I got to use it before 7 o'clock in a natural or organic way.
Anthemania.
I want to start today's show by letting you know that, it's kind of an update you get from the Von Hessler Doctrine from time to time. And I'm here to let you know, yes, bored billionaires are still spending a lot of money trying to get themselves killed. Well, you would have thought that whole Titanic thing, that submersible, where everybody went down as human beings and then now they're on the bottom of the ocean floor, something more like toothpaste. You think something like that would have gotten the billionaires, I don't know, maybe get into golf or something with your idle time.
On the moon?
No, golf on the moon,
Yeah.
perhaps, yes. But I don't know what it is with these billionaires. And you got billionaires and then you got billionaires. And I'm talking about the billionaires. These
Big
are people-
billionaires.
this is the kind of billionaire who had one bright idea and it rolled and rolled and rolled and they became a billionaire. It's not like somebody who built a business from a hamburger stand into a worldwide franchise or anything like that. This is what is called a crypto magnate. So he's a dude who made a lot of money mining crypto coins back in the day. His name is Chun Wang. He's bought a SpaceX multi-day flight for an undisclosed amount, but I can tell you now it was a lot. And he's going to call the mission Fram-2. He's leading a quartet. He's going to be the leader. He's not only buying a mission because he was really good at mining crypto, but he's going to be the leader of the crew of this mission. And they'll be the first crewed space flight in polar orbit, flying end-to-end over the Earth. And that's going to be later on this year. So if you were wondering if that whole submersible turning human beings into toothpaste at the ocean bottom was going to make some of these billionaires wonder if they could take up gin rummy or golf or some kind of maybe, I don't
Gin
know.
rummy.
If you're a billionaire, a lot of these crypto billionaires and these tech billionaires, they're billionaires by the time they're 38. They don't know what to do with themselves. Might I suggest something like, I don't know, there's a hobby like building, putting the ships inside of the bottles. That's something.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
That's
a good
something.
hobby.
They gotta take, if you're a billionaire, they'll take your mind. And it's, I mean, the bottle might break. You might cut yourself, but it's not. You're not going to end your life over this. I mean, billionaires just, I guess if the world is not just delivering like when they got their first billion, that's the problem. You get your first billion in your mid-30s, you're very easily bored for the rest of your life. But many events do not live up to the greatest moments of your life. And I think these billionaires have to learn how to be bored. The answer to boredom isn't always putting your life on the line. Like these people, there's something like, I want to be the guy. I want to be the name. We were the first space flight that went in. I don't care. I'm happy that some astronaut who worked their whole lives to be an astronaut ends up getting that glory. I can live my life just fine not being the first to crew a space flight, the polar end to end around the world. They just want their
Boeing
names.
people still up there?
Huh? Yes, they are.
Okay, maybe.
One
they
lady's
should-
going deaf and losing her eyesight right now.
Is that true?
I read someplace online that she's having trouble with her vision and hearing.
Well, she thought she was only going to be there for 8 days. Now,
Yeah.
certainly people have stayed longer, but it's a long time. They're going to be up there now, I think, till February.
That's what a lot of models are saying.
So they're saying, oh, you mean like supermodels?
Yeah.
Are they asking
I
them?
think we'll be up there for a while.
The
Probably
super-
like February. Probably.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be perhaps February. Now, obviously, Putin would love to come to the rescue, but we can't let that happen.
No.
It's like,
We got
sorry,
SpaceX.
astronauts, you have to stay up there because we can't take the humiliation of Putin coming and getting our American astronauts and bringing them to the Earth. So you're up there for 8 months when they thought it was going to be 8 days. So
When's
yeah.
that billionaire going up?
The billionaire is, you mean up in smoke or just actually when he's
Well-
going to go? I can't tell you when in the flight things may go wrong.
When's he supposed to launch?
It's later this year. They're thinking
So
December.
he can get him.
Yeah, he should go grab him.
Well, no,
He'd be
he's
a
doing
hero
something
and-
else. No, he's doing
He'll
polo.
catch
What
a
do you
ride.
think? He's no Bruce Willis. He's got his own plans. His plans are to.
But wouldn't that be so messed up if you were up there and you were stuck and then some billionaire was just like for fun coming up close to you and then be like, bye.
They're not going to get close to him. I don't think. I think it's
Close enough. Closer than not.
closer than us.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Closer
saying.
than we are. That's for sure. But I don't think he's going to be whizzing around the ISS. Ha ha! I can go home anytime I want.
Losers.
Do you know if they can't figure out how to get that Starliner detached properly from the ISS, they're just going to have to leave it there and just say, well, that port is closed.
Really?
Yeah, because the real problem with getting them is that you got these 5 helium leaks, and what they're worried about is the thrusters, basically the moment after they disconnect. I think they're going to make it back to Earth, but it's about disconnecting and then using the thrusters properly to put you on the right trajectory as you move away from the ISS. And NASA and Boeing are arguing. Boeing is saying, we've done a lot of testing. We think it's fine. And NASA's saying, yeah, well, that ain't good enough for us. We don't really think it's fine. So the question is, can they even get the damn thing to, what do you call it, de-dock?
Detach, yeah.
Detach from the damn thing. And they don't even know if they can do that. They may just have to leave it there and just, I don't know how many ports they have, but just close that port and say it's never going to be used again. Thanks, Boeing. You're having a hell of a year.
I imagine, too, that probably changes the orbit of it slightly, too. I mean, it's going to probably slow it down a little bit at least, right?
Well, I don't know. I think that they would probably, make up for that with thrusting in other directions, because the ISS has thrusters as well.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, it definitely does. But, I mean, I think
you sound like
the air displacement.
Sounds like Congressman Hank, what was his name?
Johnson.
Who was worried about the Guam.
Oh, Guam.
Well,
tip over.
Tipping over. Are you worried about the ISS tipping over?
No, I'm not worried about it tipping over, but usually the models always indicate, hey, it's going to be here at X
Again, with
time.
the models, you got to stop reading Hustlers for your...
It's going to be okay, but, could something bad could happen?
That's what the models say. Hey, that's
the models, they're experts.
Anytime we got to get a climate model that'll tell us. Any modeling has to come from the new models.
Can I say, Jared, you're not going... You could add 17 spaceships to it, and it's not going to affect the weight because it's in space.
Yeah, but it could affect the
gravity,
balance, the gravity. When I don't even know how the gravity works. There is no gravity on there. They don't have any fake gravity or anything like that. So yeah, I see what you're saying. You'd have to displace it, but I think that they have the thrusters to do that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they just go out there with a hacksaw and cut the damn thing loose. That's what we need. Somebody up there who's like a John Wayne, you know what? Give me my helmet. I'm tired of all this red tape. I'll get rid of this damn thing. He gets in it, starts it up.
I'll go out the airlock.
They should do what they, the opposite of what you think you should do. And maybe that's the solution, like the simple solution, just turn everything off.
Yeah, just turn everything. Well, that's a problem. And that's another problem.
Unplug it.
Okay, this is the thing.
Unplug it, restart. Have you tried restarting?
Boeing there is a program in the software that they could have had in place that would have de-docked this thing without people. Boeing made the decision before they started the flight to not include that in the software. So if they want, what Boeing wants to do is they want to update that software, which will take 4 weeks, one bit at a time, so that you can actually de-dock without humans as it stands right now. But they're still worried about that. Look, there are some people in NASA, you need to know this. Nobody is covering this story, but there are some people in NASA that are worried that Boeing doesn't know what the hell they're doing. And when it comes to the de-docking without humans...
Undock, by the way.
Undocking without humans is they're worried... I mean, they honestly think that the damn thing might blow up. They have no idea. It could take out the whole ISS. Don't ask NBC, ABC, CBS, Washington Post, or New York Times about this, because I don't think anybody's really reporting on it. But the reality is there are people at NASA who are blocking the idea of undocking without humans because they don't trust Boeing. And if they don't get the thrusting right, they could just absolutely either run into the ISS and knock it off course, or perhaps blow up, or just be like a menace around it. They have no idea. Obviously, NASA does not trust Boeing.
Well, it's great, too, that the Boeing CEO earned $33 million last year.
Well, how do you know he didn't deserve it? Now, this isn't the only thing they do. They got other,
they also
other
have
stuff.
planes that blow up, their doors blow off, and they also have...
Hey, listen.
They have good hitmen. They have good hitmen.
What are you saying, Tim? Just because 2 whistleblowers are both dead now?
Yeah, it's just a coincidence.
Yeah,
at least
that's
one
exactly
of
what it is.
Now, at least one of them, their family. I think
retired. Cool.
I think one of them actually genuinely had cancer or something. Yeah. Their family says they were sick and dying. Andrew puts the air quotes up. Yeah. And the other guy killed himself in his truck, right?
Yeah, he felt bad about having a rat on Boeing.
Perhaps. I don't know. But it is odd. There's nothing wrong with raising an eyebrow at the fact that 2 Boeing whistleblowers are no longer on the planet, and they just blew the whistle last year.
Coincidence.
It's a coinky-dink. These things do happen. My lawyers tell me I must let you know that these things do happen. And
occasionally.
I don't want to get into any kind of speculation. It may be a little convenient for the company that those 2 whistleblowers are no longer walking the planet Earth, but that doesn't mean they had anything to do with it. Come on, people.
The company lost $23 billion last year.
Did it?
Yep.
Well, at least the CEO did all right.
Yes, CEOs are great.
Yay!
I love. We get all high and mighty about it, but if you were the CEO, I'd take it.
Absolutely.
I'd take it.
For
I would just
sure.
I'd take that 133 million and book myself on a non-Boeing plane to I don't know, someplace, a nice beach somewhere. But non-Boeing, thank you.
And that's something that billionaires do. You know, you always say that you open the segment talking about how you disconnect yourself with billionaires. Billionaires like to have islands. You could do that life, right? You could agree with the billionaires there.
No, having your own island.
Having your own island.
I don't know. Do I have a police force? How does that work? I
Yeah, I
don't.
don't want to live in a
Yeah,
I just
force.
want to like a Target.
You want to live at a Target?
No, I just want to go to a Target
Right,
sometimes.
no.
Don't you want to go and like shopping a little bit? You live in an island.
Well,
There's
you
nothing
can kind of create your own little mini North Korea, or like you could have fake people pretend to be working at Target just so when you walk by, oh yeah, I have the experience.
Little island girl, little island girl, little island.
And you leave
You,
Target.
like pay people to do some little crimes to you
Yeah.
just so you have some excitement.
I like the idea of you leave Target and you get in your car, and as you're getting in your car and you have to go to the gas station to gas up, all the people from Target are behind the scenes running, changing their uniforms to be at the gas station for you. Now that's a cool life.
Yeah.
That's a cool life. But again,
So you would do that, though?
As I get older, where's the hospital? That's my question. That can't be
The
made
same
up.
people. They
No,
also
no,
they
I don't
also
need
become
that.
your nurses and your doctors.
I don't
too.
need that. I want. I have this fantasy that my first heart attack I'm going to live through. I've done it in my brain. It's like, well, that first heart attack. Yeah, you get to the hospital, everything's fine. I don't think it really works that way, but
What a disappointment you'll have if you don't make it.
I'll be upset.
Yeah.
And
oh
I'll-
man, I thought it was God. My
I'll
plan
let
was
the
to-
world know. I'll let the world know. I'll be shaking my fist when I reach the pearly gates. What is going on? Did you not appreciate the great radio shows that I was delivering down there?
We don't get
Excuse
it
me.
here.
Huh?
We don't get it up here.
Well, don't you have the app? WSB Radio app? You
Apps
can
don't
get-
work. Listen, it's heaven. There's no internet or
Come
social
on.
media.
There's bad Wi-Fi up there.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. No pun intended. Truly. Usually when people say no pun intended, they really intended the pun. I actually did not intend the pun there. I apologize to the audience for getting that close.
Well, if you
All
want to
right,
harp about it.
let's go. All right, let's get out of
Well
this.
done.
Let's get out of this
It's all right.
by.
We're just winging it here. So.
Let's just go ahead and do this.
It's time for studies, surveys, and polls.
That's right, bop-a-dee-da-dop. Give me a study, a survey, or a poll. Come on now.
I love this one here. A Falcons game is one of the most affordable in the NFL. This is a new study from cardrates.com, and we found that
That's
we
only
rank
comparing it to other NFL teams. though.
correct. Yeah, so we rank 30th of all.
How does it rank
32.
against going to like a parking lot amusement park?
I'm
bet
sure
you
it's
that's a lot
I'm sure-
cheaper.
I'm sure it's way cheaper to do that.
Put the kids on the swings.
But on average, when you go to a Falcons game, you only spend $142.60
Per
compared
person?
per person. Yes, and compared to like if you go to a 49ers game, which is the most expensive, the average fan spends about $239.
Yeah, but that fan has the
Oh, don't do that.
has
Come on.
the
No, I
actual
know what
hope
you're-
of going to the Super Bowl.
Hey, we might make it. This might be the year.
Listen, this might be the year. Absolutely. I've told you this about the NFL this year. I see it as the Kansas City Chiefs on top and everybody else. The only thing I know about this year is when push comes to shove and we get into January, the Chiefs will be there. I don't know if they look good getting there. I don't know if they beat everybody getting there. But the rest of the league, 49ers look good. The Eagles look good. But the rest are just a question mark to me.
Eagles are the second highest overall ticket price, or I guess cost per fan.
They got all the talent in the world, except they've got a head coach that doesn't seem to know
Yeah, he's a dummy.
a whole lot about football. But other than that, they certainly have a lot of talent.
If you live in Philly, you're shelling out $225 for your game day experience.
Yeah, but that comes with extra perks, though. You're allowed to beat people up and stuff. Like they have like a VIP program where you can punch strangers in the face. Philadelphians, they have a different idea of fun, and they're willing to pay for it. You got to give them that.
Well, I keep seeing all these things along with the story here, how they keep marketing for the hot dogs and the sodas and everything like that at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, because what made our score so good and so low is because you can still get a beer for $5 at
Yeah,
Mercedes-Benz.
I
But even
get
then,
it.
it's like one kind of beer. It's not
Yeah.
all the kind of beers.
I
I've got
get it.
And then the $2 hot dog. So it's like, okay, all right, that kind of counts.
Yeah.
But
Hey, the $5 beer and the $2 hot dog made the 48-minute wait in line
Yeah.
worth it.
What is it? A pencil-shaped
Hey!
hot dog, very thin, and
Hey, how did we do? I know I'm just walking in now. It's 8 minutes into the first quarter, but I had to get my $2
Game's over.
Hey, the reason why we have such cheap concessions is because we had to pay both Michael Penix and Kirk Cousins to play quarterback.
Well, well, Penix ain't costing you too much. Although he does like $10 million, right? Because
it's more than that. It's like $20 million.
No, not if you're a rookie. I thought the ceiling was $10 million.
For his overall contract, I'd want to say it's just under 25.
Okay, but that's 3 years, so it's about $10 million a year.
Pretty crazy though that we're paying both him and Kirk Cousins to play quarterback.
I don't know why people. It makes all the sense in the world to me. He said. With anybody with me? No, nobody's with me. Oh, okay.
Tara Fine Jewelry Company, just 3 miles from the Mall of Georgia in Beaufort. Coveted brands like De Beers Code of Origin Diamonds, Mikimoto, Roberto Coin, fine Swiss watches, and so much more. Visit Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort today.
Retirement doesn't have to be complicated. Are you sick of all the fancy charts and investment mumbo-jumbo thrown at you to justify the Wall Street fees you're being charged? It's not the size of your nest egg that matters, but rather the income it can produce. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons, best-selling author and star in a brand new Hollywood documentary called The Retirement Deception. In this film, we traveled over 20,000 miles interviewing real Americans who have retired successfully with a great lifestyle and peace of mind. They share their stories on how they get more retirement income with the same dollar saved, and the money is never at risk if the market crashes. That's right. If the market crashes 30%, you lose nothing. Even the super wealthy are shifting money into this new strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. So if you are over 50 and want a bigger, better, stress-free retirement, call to talk to a specialist and get a free copy of this brand new movie, The Retirement Deception. 888-471-3896. This is a $30 value, but when you call today, you get it completely free. So don't delay. Call 888-471-3896. Again, that's 888-471-3896.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter here, and I'm co-hosting a brand new show on Saturdays at noon called The Car Guys with my good friend and brother Kevin Deutsch from Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Kevin brings over 40 years of automotive knowledge, so join us Saturdays noon to 1 right here on 95.5 WSB.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Hey Atlanta, it's Patrick, owner of Zero Res, reminding you to take advantage of our back-to-school BOGO sale. For a limited time, when you get 2 rooms of carpet cleaned, you'll get 2 rooms cleaned for free. Just mention WSB Radio. You heard that right. When you mention WSB Radio and book 2 rooms of carpet cleaning, you will get 2 rooms cleaned for free. Use promo code BOGO when scheduling online at ZeroResAtlanta.com or call 770-242-1313. Zero Res. Experience clean today.
When defending bikers' rights, trust is everything and results matter. SteelHorseLaw.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News.
Weather.
Traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's news and talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top local story. Arsonists targeting the Atlanta Public Safety Training Center strike again.
We do have reason to believe this was a effort and a continued pattern by individuals to impact the safety of our city by stopping the construction of the Atlanta Public Safety Training Center.
Police Chief Darren Shearbaum says they are searching for 2 suspects in the latest incident. They set fire to construction equipment at a DeKalb County construction site early this morning. The chief is asking neighbors off Memorial Drive to check their doorbell cameras for more information. A man pleads guilty today in the case in the chase and crash that killed a state trooper on I-85 in Gwinnett County earlier this year. 28-year-old trooper Jimmy Sinescar was killed January 28th while trying to stop a motorcyclist when his patrol car hit an embankment near State Route 317 in Sewanee. A Gwinnett County judge sentences Gerson de Ayala Rodriguez to 22 years with 17 to serve in prison. A new report shows inflation cooling, but Bankrate's Mark Hamrick says that's little consolation to many Americans.
Evidence is piling up that consumers are struggling under the combined weight of high prices, elevated interest rates, and the cooling job market.
He says even though July's consumer price index is under 3%, prices broadly are still rising. The new report shows year-over-year inflation reaching its lowest level in more than 3 years. A record number of apartments are expected to finish construction in Atlanta before the end of the year.
According to a new study from Rent Cafe, Atlanta has the 5th most new apartments this year compared to other cities across the country. The data shows about 18,500 new apartments are set to come online in the city this year, ranking just below Phoenix, Arizona. New York City takes the top spot. Rent Cafe cites population growth, cultural attractions, and rising wages as reasons for that construction boom. But the study also projects the metro will see a big drop in new apartment construction over the next 4 years. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 3:32, and this news is sponsored by Findlay Roofing. Time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Here's Doug Turnbull.
New travel advisory to Midtown. Bill, a car fire has been doused, and at least 2 right lanes are blocked on the Jam Cam 75 south before Howell Mill. Exit 252. You're already slowing back toward Moores Mill. Highway 41 north side, a good way to get into Midtown. And now found a stalled tractor trailer near the airport on the south side interloop going Forest Park to College Park, 285 west before Riverdale Road, exit 60. That slows traffic back into the runway tunnel. Doug Turnbull, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. Partly cloudy today with an isolated pop-up shower possible in the northeast side of the metro. Today's high is 90, lows tonight in the low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 91. Watching for pop-up showers and thunderstorms on Friday, daytime high 90.
Right now it's 86 in Monroe, 89 in Cumming, and 88 in Palmetto. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Water is definitely your home's worst enemy, and your roof is your first line of defense. But how's your roof holding up? Home Fix It Show host Dave Baker here for Findlay Roofing, the roof guys. Do this. Take a walk around your house. Notice any granules in your downspouts and gutters are scattered underground around your home? Granules are the protective coating on shingles. They look like small black rocks or sand, but they tend to come off as your roof ages, and if you're seeing them, your old roof may need replacing. When your roof needs replacing, you need Findlay Roofing. Findlay is a team I trust. They've mastered the roof replacement process with impeccable, high-quality work. Findlay has seen it all, they've replaced it all, and they've warrantied it all. Plus, Findlay stands behind their work with a lifetime leak-free warranty on labor and materials at no additional cost. They also offer 0% financing. So when your roof needs replacing, think of Findlay first. Get started today with a free roof analysis. Schedule now at FindlayRoofing.com.
Roof. Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
Hey, this is Chris Chandler sitting here with Jeff Jr. of Trajan Wealth. You've helped a lot of people determine how much to put into their 401ks, what investments to put into it, but you've mentioned a big mistake that most people make. What is that?
One of the biggest mistakes people make is leaving their 401k behind when they leave their job. And another big mistake is rolling it into your new 401k.
Really? Why is that?
By leaving it behind, you completely lose control. You never want to leave your money with an old employer. And if you roll it into a new 401k, you'll often have limited investment options and may incur costs to do so. Trajan Wealth can help complete the paperwork free of charge and do a tax-free rollover. We can then help invest it according to your exact retirement goals and not just what the employer's offering.
If you've got an old 401k or one that you rolled to a new employer, call Trajan Wealth today at 678-888-3300.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
All right, we are, in fact, in the middle of studies, surveys, and polls. And I feel like this is a great one. Segments go. We're off to a great start with this segment. Studies, surveys, and polls. I have some other ideas for segments today. I don't know if I'll have the nads to actually get to them.
Ooh,
well,
challenging yourself.
Well, yeah, you have to. You got to do the old self-nad challenge from time to time. And I'm not talking about that way.
Oh.
That's after the show.
Or
pre-show.
Or during.
Well, it depends.
You don't know what's going on over here.
You can do well. I actually do know what's going on over there, and I've been filming it for the last 2 months.
Ooh.
And you'll have a discussion with HR very soon, sir.
Can I have it for my OnlyFans? I mean, OnlyFans.
That's how I got it. I'm your only fan.
I know. Thank you for the tips.
So yeah, I got. So somebody was chiding us for not doing check the premise or the motive in a while.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with if you say studies, surveys, and polls, guess what? There's always going to be studies, surveys, and polls out there.
That's right.
If if you do some of these other things that we do, there's always entertainment news. The problem with a segment like check the premise or the motive, the stories have to fit it. I could only come up with one. So if we have time, we'll get to that. And then I have a different idea for a segment that we've never done before called the bigger picture.
Okay. What's the premise of that?
Well, the premise of that one is I give you the story, and then I challenge you guys to tell me what's the bigger picture. Now, you're not as smart as I am, so you'll flounder around a little bit, and then I'll step in, and I will set the record straight, and I will educate everyone to what the bigger picture was. Does that sound fun?
That sounds fun.
Well, we can't do it now because we're in the middle of studies, surveys, and polls. So another study, survey, and or poll, please.
Well, we did that study about the Falcons and their attendance first, so how about a big poll?
A big poll.
Is that okay?
My favorite kind.
From U.S.
Listen, it should be all consuming. I don't want a little poll because I don't learn a lot from a little poll. I learn a whole hell of a lot from a big poll.
And this poll was from USA Today, where they claim that, again, it's weird. The headline reads from Newsweek that Trump's at risk of losing Florida. But then when you look at the actual poll, it says that he's only leading Kamala Harris 47% to 42% in this said USA Today poll.
So what that basically says is it's closer than it was.
Closer than expected.
But I told you what's going on right now, and I don't know what to make of it. Until people start voting, I guess we won't really know, or maybe the polls will reflect after the Democrat convention, after she sits down and actually has a conversation with somebody in the news to talk about her positions, like possibly we'll see whether this reported momentum that's going on with the Kamala, because that's the whole thing. Right now, there's a lot of headlines. This is the important thing. I mean, if you think that I'm a conspiracy theorist because I believe most of the national media is on Kamala's side, well, maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong, but it seems obvious to me. So part of what's going on right now is that all of these headlines that to lead you to believe that this is unstoppable momentum, because swing voters, the people in the middle, they may care about this issue or that issue, but also if you're a swing voter, you like voting for the winner. And so right now there's a lot of headlines that just basically say this is unstoppable momentum. And that's what it's for. It's to help out with the campaign by getting some of the people who want to be with a winner to declare themselves now. So and that headline, as opposed to the actual poll,
I love it.
Makes that point. It's the all the headlines. You can judge by Drudge. Drudge used to be totally conservative, but he hates Trump. So Drudge is on board with the current government, all of their narratives, everything. As far as Drudge is concerned, I don't know what I suspect he doesn't believe what he puts out there. But if you go by the Drudge report,
you would think that Trump's losing by a landslide.
And the only reason we're involved in Ukraine is to save democracy. So he just buys into everything that is current government, and that means he has a hatred toward Trump. So you can see it through there. Where are they trying to lead you? And he has 5, 6, 7, 8 headlines a day that say, if you're a Republican, just sleep in the the day of the election. You have no chance at this point.
It does feel like that.
Well, that's because that's the thing. It's almost like a push poll. You know what a push poll is?
Yes, I do.
It's basically you ask a question in such a way in a poll that you know what the answer will be.
Yeah, you're trying to get reason.
Because that's a headline that you want out there. So you engineer a poll that will push the headline. We got a lot of that stuff going on. I don't think that we really know. We don't know. All of the momentum that's being reported around Harris's campaign may very well be true, but it also may have a rubber meets the road kind of moment where, oh, is this actually translating into votes? Yes, there are large crowds. Are they manufactured? Are they organic? We'll find all this stuff out basically 2 weeks after the Democrat National Convention, because she is going to be forced to do at least friendly interviews with friendly
she's gonna
interviewers.
have to sit down with George Stephanopoulos,
She's going to have
David
to
Muir.
say how she feels. And in a 50-50 country, once you state where you stand on most issues, you immediately lose half the country. So she's doing a great job right now of not taking a stand on really anything and having this sort of fever honeymoon moment.
Yeah, and a lot of people are buying into that, except for one of my favorite analysts on CNN, Harry Hinton.
Hold on. You have favorite analyst on?
I like him. I think he does a great job.
Have one of those YouTube, you ever go to those YouTube channels where they like rank bands' albums?
Yes.
He should do a YouTube channel and he should rank the CNN political pundits.
I could do it for all the networks
This guy
because
will be at the top?
I'm always watching. Yeah, he's just good. He's just honest. Like a lot of times the anchors on CNN, as we
He's
often
in
have.
media. I was going to say CNN, but that's too mean. Did you say he's honest at CNN? He's in media. I mean, we're in media. There's nobody in this room who's honest. What the hell do you know who's honest in media?
Well, what I appreciate about his approach is that oftentimes the hosts of the morning show try to skew him a certain way, and he does a good job of kind of being a straight liner about things. And while all of these headlines like the Newsweek one about how Florida's now in play, all these states are in play, Kamala's going to win it. He actually gives a pretty rational and reasonable approach to what's going on.
If you have any idea, if you're a Kamala Harris fan and you want to rip open the champagne bottle, pop that cork, do not do it. Donald Trump is very much in this race. If we have a polling shift like we've seen in prior years from now until the final result, Donald Trump would actually win. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I am saying that he is very much in this ballgame based upon where he is right now, and compare that to where he was in prior years.
I don't know what to believe in everything that's being thrown at me, and most of it I just don't even watch anymore. I've kind of tuned out of this presidential race. I find it to be pretty dang boring. But I would say if I was going to speculate, and why not? Everybody else is speculating. I would say probably we're kind of back to where we were the day before the debate.
Yeah,
basically.
Almost like a big reset.
Once the people saw that this guy did not have the brain power left, love him or hate him going into it, and if you loved him, maybe you would feel it even more than if you hated him, that this guy wasn't going to make it as president of the United States until January 20th, 2029. It just wasn't going to happen. So I think probably that's my speculation. Not exactly the same, but we're probably hovering over the same kind of area the day before the debate, where people are going with, and I think Kamala, whether she came up with it or the people around her, I think they have a pretty good strategy. I think what's happening is they're recognizing that there is a very large anyone but Trump vote out there. And that's how Biden won the last time. People had some questions. He's getting older, but you didn't have that moment like at the debate. So people were able to suspend disbelief and say, this really old dude, Biden, still qualifies as anybody but Trump. So with Kamala, I think that they're kind of running the same. Remember how Biden, he was able because of the pandemic to do it from his home and all that kind of stuff. And they didn't make him available for a lot because they knew in the middle amongst swing voters, there were a lot of people who just anybody but Trump. And I feel like Kamala right now is kind of, they're looking at the Biden thing and going, there's enough people in this country who are anybody but Trump. If we can motivate them to actually vote, we can win this the same way Biden won it. There aren't a lot of people who think Kamala Harris is a foreign policy or domestic policy genius. Nobody is saying that. What she is not Trump. And that worked for Biden last time. And it seems to me that basically rerunning that strategy, once after the debate, the anybody but Trump became anybody but Trump or Biden, because it seemed like his cognitive decline was so on display for so many people, that was a bridge too far.
Yeah.
Maybe I vote for Trump because he's not brain dead. I may question all the ideas inside of his brain, but it appears to be functioning properly.
And then
Or
Trump,
you stay home.
Or you stay home.
well, and Trump doesn't help himself though too when he keeps saying.
Oh, really?
Like,
what is he saying? Wild things?
Yeah,
My goodness gracious!
This happened earlier this morning.
You said Harris's crowd sizes were AI and that there weren't people there. There's all kinds of video evidence and people who were there who have proven that false. Can you tell us about why you made that claim?
Well, I can't say what was there, who was there. I can only tell you about ours. We have the biggest crowds ever in the history of politics.
What I can tell you is this: that question wouldn't have been asked. You wouldn't have had to take the time. Just stop flying off. If you say something is AI, prove it. Prove it. So now he's got to waste time. He should be talking about inflation. I cannot believe the Republicans have not spent the last couple of weeks just turning to Kamala Harris and saying, so you covered up the condition of the President of the United States. You said he was sharp as a tack. They haven't even gone on that. So now he has to answer the question about AI, which he dodges. The question wouldn't have been there. You know, just a little bit of self-control. Is that asking? Of course, it is.
Yeah.
Idiotic Trump. That's asking too much.
It pays to have the WSB radio app. Download it today and get ready for the Blitz.
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz. 5 chances every weekday to win $1,000.
Your next chance to win is coming up today at 5. It's a Blitz.
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz.
From 95.5 WSB.
Download the WSB radio app now.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health. As we age, your health should be your top priority. Just like when we get our car checked out regularly, it's crucial to understand what's going on under your hood. My partners at Virtual Imaging offer safe, low-dose annual CT scanning memberships. Scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease and cancer tumors. They now also offer brain scans that can detect aneurysms and dementia. All these potential issues, the sooner you detect and then treat, the better the outcome. Your life could be saved. But even better, like most people, you could walk out with a clean bill of health and peace of mind. I got a great offer for you. If you call today, you and your spouse will receive a free heart scan. Yes, free, with a few minimum requirements. Just meet with them and learn about their membership options and start your ongoing health check-ins with Virtual Imaging. Call now, 678-369-0202. That's 678-369-0202. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
Skip the hassle of constantly cleaning and costly repairs and sell your home completely stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Sean Hannity here, and now's a great time to sell your home in Atlanta as home values have continued to rise and your home may be worth more than you even realize. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can receive the strongest cash offer in the industry and close within days. Find out what the guaranteed offer would be on your home. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com and you can start packing.
Dave Baker here for Air Quality Systems. Having your air ducts cleaned is great. It helps keep your home cleaner and has health benefits. But you need to be careful who you choose to clean your ducts. I received an email from a listener who told me she was quoted $499 for a duct cleaning, but she was charged over $1,400 with add-ons. That's just wrong. At Air Quality Systems, you get upfront pricing. The price you're quoted over the phone is the price you pay. Simply go to airqualitysystems.com and set your appointment today.
We all belong in Brookhaven. Whether you're starting a family or starting a business, a lover of international cuisine, or a fan of hometown festivals and events, Brookhaven is the place for you. In just over 10 years, the city of Brookhaven has earned a reputation for excellence and diversity as a safe and thriving town filled with beautiful parks, great schools, and flourishing businesses. All are welcome, and there's something for everyone. Because in Brookhaven, we're better together. Learn more at brookhavenga.gov.
Sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, runny nose, postnasal drip, interrupted sleeping. I was groggy at the end of the day.
Allergies and sinus congestion were making Jana miserable. Then, a friend recommended Navage. Navage provides immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Navage helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
Navage gave me instant relief. I didn't have to wait 30 minutes. I didn't have to wait an hour, 90 minutes. I didn't have to wait a minute. I ran the rinse and I felt better.
Stop suffering from congestion and start breathing and feeling your best again with Navage. Navage.
I've had people ask me how I find relief, and I tell them Navage immediately. This thing is amazing.
Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid.
Motorcycle riders like you are a different breed. You don't just ride your bike, you're obsessed. So if someone causes you to lay your bike down, you need a different kind of attorney, one that understands bikers and their rights. Eric Von Hessler here for my friends at Steel Horse Law, the Stein and Karen Law Group, motorcycle injury lawyers who ride. You can trust them on the road and in the courtroom. Steel Horse Law can help you get back on your feet, medical bills paid, and your case resolved. Trust is everything, and results matter. Free case evaluation at steelhorselaw.com. Oh, this is Zoo.
You gotta be more understanding of our generation and the things that we like to do.
How about
in
your
the
generation be more understanding of my generation? You know, when the generation that built everything. All the buildings are built, so you guys can just decide not to go to work in them.
But see, we're here to make things better. We're here to make the workplace better for everybody.
For themselves, individually.
We have a lot of anxiety.
We're much better. We're a much stronger community if everybody is rowing in their own direction for their own personal journey. You'll get there quicker, apparently.
That's the important thing.
Everybody row in your own general direction. That'll work out. All right, studies, surveys, polls. Toss one of those at me.
All right, we'll go back to a study here. This is from a study from the National Academy of Sciences that have found that your name has a strange effect on your face.
Okay, it's a strange effect. Is it a good effect?
Basically, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You look like your name over time. You kind of grow into your name.
You're saying
that can't be true.
Somebody got paid for this?
No, well, hold
Sorry.
on. The methodology, I know, Autumn.
This is from the National Academy of Sciences. They're good.
So I saw the methodology to this, and I think what they did is they used Facebook and all these other social things, and they were able to figure it out. I think it makes sense. I guess after a while, I start looking like an Eric, and you start looking like a Jared. Autumn certainly looks like an Autumn. You know?
But then why does everybody call me Amber or April?
Because you also look like those people as well.
Yeah, you own all those names.
You own all the A names.
I mean, who's more Tim than Tim?
That's true.
My goodness.
I could see you, Leroy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 1958.
So, you know what? I think this actually makes sense. I read the article a couple days ago, so it's not all coming back to me right now. And I know you never read these articles. You just throw the headlines at me. So I'm not going to ask you for the methodology. But I believe that the methodology kind of works out. It seemed to have made some sense. But I can't remember who was matching to what names, whether the algorithm did it or actual people did it. But
it looks like when you read further onto it that there's a combination of both. They used social media, and they also had some of the kids that they were polling over time, over the years that they grew. They kind of saw them and polled each other. And
the researchers asked 9 to 10-year-old children and adults to match faces with names. They found that both age groups showed a notable ability to successfully pair adult faces with their correct names, performing significantly better than random chance. So I guess that's the way it was done.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
I'm not going to read the whole damn thing.
Machine learning algorithms were also trained to process a larger collection of facial image data.
So it starts to work out. So Autumn, you're protected because you're going to be seen as April and Amber and Autumn.
All right.
But I mean, come on, Erickson and I we look exactly alike.
Yeah, you and Erickson are exactly
We're different
the same.
Erics. He has a K on the end.
We both like apple tartlets.
That's right. You know,
Timothy
I noticed.
Chalamet
I was
and
listening
Timothy
to
Andrews are exactly the same.
I was listening to Erickson yesterday, and he made a comment on the tartlets. Hey, Andrew, Mark Aram, does he? You guys hit on the tartlets from time to time? He brought up Aram, and we've done it too. And what I would say to Erickson is, there's a reason for this. It's just that's a funny word.
tartlet.
Like if you said if you, I mean, when there's certain words that are going to make a punchline just walk that much more. If his wife's favorite was apple pie, I mean, okay. So I hope he's not. It's just that he attached his wife to that word, and if you're improvising around, the word tartlet's going to bring it all home. So it's about the word tartlet.
It's the best selling point for the ad. Buy the tartlet.
It's a funny word, so people can gravitate toward funny words. If you said, "Oh, my favorite is vanilla ice cream," nobody's gonna, because it's
how about vanilla strudel?
Strudel.
That's a great word.
Strudel. We're getting into funny words now. So, I just hope he knows it's not his family. It's the word. The word is funny, so people are gonna gravitate toward it. You got something else for me?
I got a study from NTU, Nottingham Trent University, where they have found that...
Here.
It was very fine university. Let's hear the study. I'm sorry. I get excited when I hear my alma mater.
They have
who?
Harry's not involved.
They have found that...
Turned his back on us.
He hates our country.
They have found that horses are more intelligent than previously thought.
Yeah?
They can plan and strategize, apparently.
Yeah, can they? How come they,
can.
how come they always end up working for people?
They're not very good at that, are they?
No. They haven't planned and strategized their way out of actually being, beast of burden.
Well, what they're trying to
Are they an actual beast of burden, or is that more like a mule?
No, they're burdensome.
Yeah. No, they're a beast of burden.
No, I know, but
they provide labor.
You do, you plow the field. Now call me when they can plant the seed.
yeah, that's what I want to hear. Has any of them written a play yet or a song?
No, not yet.
Okay, they're not doing much.
But what the horses are...
Hey, I say to horses, I show them my opposable thumbs, I dance around them, and I talk about the fact that I have abstract thought.
It says...
They get really, really, really angry. But they can't do anything about it because they're horses. They're dumb.
By looking at this data here...
an apple.
They're trying to suggest, both the horses and those that are horse-friendly, that they want more humane horse training regime.
Horses are so dumb that you can put those blinders on them and they think that there's nothing else in the world except for what's directly in front of them. I've heard enough about how smart the horses are. Show me. Produce a play that I enjoy sitting through, and then I'll believe that the horses...
I saw Black Stallion. That was a smart horse.
You didn't see Equus?
That was more about the dude.
What about Seabiscuit?
Seabiscuit, that was more about the... Oh, yeah, that's an athlete. Did they put Seabiscuit in some kind of Hall of Fame or something?
Yeah.
The horse doesn't even know.
Hey, now's the time of year you're really enjoying that deck, I bet. Grilling food, sitting out relaxing, having friends over, good times. Dave Baker here for my deck experts, Ben Hill Renovations. I get it though, if you're still dragging your heels a bit on getting a new deck, I know you want to make sure you find the right builder so you can upgrade your outdoor living space correctly and within your budget. So here's a few things to consider when selecting a builder for your deck. You'll want someone who will build your deck up to future county and city code requirements. You'll want a builder who'll pull a permit for the work. Yes, the builder will need a permit, and pulling a permit now saves you headaches in the future. You'll also want different options, styles, types of wood, and colors to choose from. You'll get all that at Ben Hill Renovations, plus superior craftsmanship from their 60 years of experience, and your job will be backed by their workmanship warranty. Visit bhrenovations.com today and schedule a free design consultation at your home. Ben Hill Renovations, creating raving fans since 1964.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
The past few months have been incredibly tough for me. It's Belinda Skelton, and just before the holidays, my dad passed away. And now my brother and I are responsible for my mom's care needs. Balancing my role as wife, mom, and daughter have been overwhelming. My mom needs round-the-clock care, and I felt this guilt, like I had to do everything myself. Luckily, my brother and I refer to Four Seasons Home Care. They've become our lifeline, ensuring mom is happy and well cared for right at home, where she wants to be. Four Seasons Home Care is local, family-run business, not a franchise or a national corporation, so trust me, they care. They helped us find compassionate caregivers, allowing me to focus on being a daughter. If you have aging parents, don't wait on this. Reach out to Four Seasons Home Care and start the conversation. It's a free call that can change everything. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Georgia Spa Company. Our top local story, a ticking time bomb. That's what Atlanta's police chief is saying today after arsonists set fire to a DeKalb County construction site. It appears to be the latest attack by protesters against the Public Safety Training Center.
The blaze breaks out at a townhouse construction site on Memorial Drive just after 2 this morning. The two pieces of equipment that were set ablaze are very close to a fuel tanker and several homes. APD Chief Darren Shearbaum says it's clear that the suspects responsible are not really concerned about the community.
Individuals willing to stop the fire and police department from being effective do not care about daycare centers and homes nearby. That's why these individuals are a threat to the community.
Officials are looking for 2 suspects and are urging neighbors to report anything suspicious to authorities. Michelle Wright, 95.5 WSB.
90 degrees in Atlanta. Do we see any increased rain chances this week? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. New information today on the man charged in the death of a Georgia State trooper during a high-speed chase earlier this year in Gwinnett County.
The suspect, Gerson Ayala Rodriguez, has pleaded guilty in the death of Trooper Jimmy Senescar. The trooper died during a high-speed chase with speeds of 140 miles an hour. Chief Assistant District Attorney John Melvin telling me.
Rodriguez is not a United States citizen. He was a national from Guatemala. So there may be a chance, may be deported during this sentence. I don't know.
So he was here illegally, is that what you're saying?
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
Rodriguez was sentenced to 22 years, 17 to serve. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
Usher postpones tonight's show at State Farm Arena just hours before he was to go on stage. The Grammy winner was scheduled to begin his Past, Present, Future tour today. He writes on social media he's rescheduling for a later date to give his body a second to rest and heal. A Metro Atlanta school district faces allegations of anti-Semitism.
The Title VI complaint from the Brandeis Center for Human Rights says the Fulton County School District is knowingly allowing anti-Semitic curriculum and bullying from other students in schools across the county.
There is material being presented to students essentially erasing the map of Israel and replacing it with the map of Palestine.
The center's Denise Katz-Prober tells WSB they want the district to take action. In a statement, the school district says the claim that they're tolerating anti-Semitism is false. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
An arrest is made in a shooting at the Arts Center MARTA station Sunday night.
His name is Xavier Mosley, and he's 38 years old.
Sergeant Danae Littles with MARTA Police says Mosley shot a man several times. That man later died at the hospital. No word yet on a motive for the shooting. Mosley is in the Fulton County Jail charged with murder. Some high-tech help to combat crime in a busy neighborhood in Atlanta's Old Fourth Ward.
White, about 5'4", and a sleek pear-shaped 420 pounds. The new Wingate City Lights robot on patrol has a fan in resident Juanita Johnson.
It makes me feel safer. I love it.
Nightscope's 360-degree cameras and mics report any anomalies, but Ashley Cloud says it's invading their privacy and the workforce.
Whatever that little robot doing, you can pay somebody to do it too.
Tequila Smith tells me at one time it felt like there was violence nearby every week.
If anything happens, they can always go to the robot and pull it, so it won't be hard for them to find the suspect. I like it.
On Boulevard in Atlanta, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
The World Health Organization today declares Mpox a global public health emergency for the second time in 2 years. It follows an outbreak in Congo and surrounding African countries, whose director says the outbreak deserves the attention of the entire world.
It's clear that a coordinated international response is essential to stop these outbreaks and save lives.
Africa Centers for Disease Control says there are more than 500 deaths among over 14,000 cases. Ernesto intensifies into a Category 1 hurricane today over the Caribbean. It's now on a path toward Bermuda. It could be a Cat 3 by the time it reaches the island. It is now 4:04 and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues. In less than 2 minutes right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. And Triple Team Traffic starts with Doug Turnbull.
Got a few flies in the ointment this Wednesday afternoon, Bill. First, 75 north going from the Buckhead, Northwest Atlanta area toward Cumberland. Stall in the second left lane of the jam can. We need a hero, please. They're pulling up now. 75 north at Mount Perrin, exit 256. Backups behind that. We've also seen a tractor trailer get steered out of travel lanes to the right shoulder. It was there about 30 minutes on the Interloop 285 west at Riverdale Road, exit 60. Backups leaving I-75. DeKalb Police and Fire checking an injury crash. Nordred Hills and Briarcliff. For now, I see lanes moving in that intersection. We've also got delays in DeKalb on I-20. Andrew Seco, Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center.
We're looking at trouble in the left lane, 20 eastbound at Panola Road, exit 71. Those delays backing you to that 285 interchange. We also have better news out of the heart of Atlanta. Watched a crash clear to the shoulder, 20 westbound at Holmes Drive, exit 52. Those delays thinning out quite nicely. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly cloudy today, just a slim chance of an isolated rain shower in the northeast side of the metro. Today's high is 90, lows tonight down in the low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 91. Watching for scattered rain showers and thunderstorms to pop up with the heating of the day on Friday, high 90.
No rain right now in Metro Atlanta on Storm Tracker radar. It's 87 in Stone Mountain, 85 in Peachtree City, and 86 in Beaufort. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. You wanted to add that the point of that whole horse study
from NTU, yes.
That what were they saying about horses? That they're really smart.
Yeah, that they're really smart.
Things.
They can plan, they can strategize, and basically
they can't plan a vacation, but they can plan things. All right.
Horse feathers.
But they really.
So the idea was that they say people need to be nicer to horses and they need to train them. Listen, and they need to be nicer when they train them. I agree with that. I mean, in the Olympics, when you see those dancing horses.
Oh, the equestrian stuff?
No, but not with the equestrian jumping over. What about the dancing where they're jumping around and dancing?
Dressage.
Yeah, dressage. You think that comes natural? You think they're just putting on a record and hey, look, this horse. No, I have no idea what that training looks like. But
this horse
I would
loves
imagine
Usher.
the first days when you're teaching a horse how to dance, the horse gets it wrong quite a bit and has to be corrected. Let's put it that way. That would be my guess. That would be my guess. So we should be nicer to all the animals. By the way, the other study that you did about your name has a strange effect on your face.
Yeah.
I felt like we punted on that one, so I wanted to look a little bit deeper into it. So this is from NDTV.
That's right.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're.
Hey,
I'm verified.
I'm confirming it.
We are talking about the same study, the same thing here, NDTV. The study authors noted that previous research has found evidence that a person's facial appearance is suggestive of their given name. However, it wasn't clear if that was because people were given names to match their innate facial features as babies, or if their appearance developed over time to better suit their birth name. Now, the new study has tested this nature using human participants. In one test, children between the ages of 8 to 12 and adults over the age of 18 were asked to match the faces and names of children and adults in a multiple-choice test. The researchers found that both young and old participants were equally as good at matching adult faces to their corresponding names. However, they could not do the same for the photographs of children's age 9 or 10. So this is the idea that it's not something where you're given a name to match your face when you're born. Obviously, this is something that we grow into, and somehow we adopt characteristics that make us look more like our names. It makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. In a follow-up test, machine learning algorithms were also trained to process a larger collection of facial image data. The algorithms also found that adults with the same name tend to look more similar to each other than adults with different names. Together, these findings suggest that even our facial appearance can be influenced by a social factor such as our name, confirming the potent impact of social expectations. So here we go.
Can I
Hold
bring
on.
something up?
I'm almost done.
Okay.
The conclusion. The researchers concluded that the word concluded is right there. The researchers concluded that given names at birth are social tags that can affect a person's appearance through a self-fulfilling prophecy. As the years go by, people may internalize the characteristics and expectations associated with their names, embracing them consciously or unconsciously in their identity and choices. We are social creatures who are affected by nurture. One of our most unique and individual physical components, our facial appearance, can be shaped by a social factor, our name, they wrote. Now, that makes sense and doesn't make any sense to me. Autumn, you were going to say.
Well, it also could be influenced by where we live, right? Because if you're thinking about someone named Muhammad versus someone named Rebecca,
Right.
do you know what I mean? Like, there's going to be some influence as far as your culture.
Yeah, but I think
not
you would
just-
be able to, no, but that's crossing cultures. I think that what they're saying is if you went into one culture where a lot of people are named Muhammad, you're going to get these same results. And if you go into another culture where a lot of people are named Rebecca, you're going to get these same results.
Right.
So it's not a matter of kind of being over and, oh, well, obviously that looks like us. He probably has a South American name, because I don't think the testing is done that way. The testing says if you go to South America and there's a lot of Ernestos, then these findings will be borne out if you do the study again. So, but it doesn't really make any sense to me. In my life growing up, what characteristics was I adopting to look more like an Eric? What are the Eric characteristics?
That's what they need to do next, right?
Yeah.
Is to start narrowing down what's defining these names.
Yeah, let's get some of this $100 billion on these forever wars and find out what the hell's going on here.
I do
But
agree
that guy
with it.
going to space, what's he up to?
I agree with that study, though. It does seem like when you talk to somebody that they're typically the name does fit the face. Like you're like, oh, okay, you look like a Rebecca.
Now
or
there
you
are
look like
sometimes
a
I won't
Tim.
remember somebody's name and I'll keep calling them the wrong name because to me they look like another name.
Ooh,
That
okay,
has happened
all right.
from time to time.
Then you are an outlier. Then
No, sometimes I'll be like, you don't match your name. Your name doesn't match your face, which is interesting. I'm doing that already. What the study is saying, not even realizing.
Yeah.
Expecting that somebody's face is going to match their name. I don't know. It makes a lot of sense, but I don't really think it makes any sense all at the same time. I get their methodology. I just don't get how I could have picked up on characteristics that are around the name Eric. I just don't know
Well,
what.
Yeah, they must be innate in
Well-
it's something that is sort of
It can't be
a
innate.
program that's running in the background,
Right, but it can't be
we
innate.
have no idea what's happening.
Right, but it can't be innate. It can't be innate because we don't know what our names are going to be when we're born. I see what you're saying. It's just a natural process that's going on in the background.
I'm
right.
saying within ourselves,
Yeah.
not you're thinking of yourself and as an Eric, but I'm
Yeah.
thinking about characteristics about other people that make me sort of recognize them
well,
as
that's your
an
problem,
Rebecca.
Autumn. You're always thinking about yourself. Maybe you should take the time to
No,
think
you're
about
thinking about yourself.
characteristics
I'm not.
associated with Eric. Perhaps that's what you need to do. Spend
No.
more time thinking about
Vince
characteristics
Lombardi.
associated with Eric. That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
think.
come on, Amber. Come on.
You
Yeah,
know
April.
what? I would say that to anybody. No one's wasting any time spending a good deal of their day wondering about the characteristics associated with the name Eric. It's a very important name, as far as I can see. So I think you all out there spend more time thinking about me. Don't be like Autumn. She's always thinking about Autumn.
I did the opposite of that.
No. I'm the host, so I win.
Yep, you're right.
That's how it works. That's how it works. You got another study, survey,
Yeah,
poll, whatever?
We've done 2 studies, a poll, so I've got a survey from you. So this is from the American Friendship
What is
Project.
this, a math class now? 2 studies, and what? We have one?
1 poll, and now a survey.
No.
Hey, I'm just trying to make sure that we hit everything across the board here. You know, oftentimes we open a segment, we don't cover anything
I
in the
know, I
segment.
know.
So this time, look, I'm literally hitting polls, studies, and surveys.
I heard
here.
that about you.
So we got them all right
He
here.
smacks up against those polls.
He does.
Oh yeah.
How many times can we do that joke? For how many years?
Forever.
Yeah, okay.
As long as you don't get M-Pox.
Well, listen, I think we're all going to have the M-Pox
Yeah.
pretty soon.
I think right around Election Day, right?
And what does the M stand for? I know. Well, they changed the name of it. They used to call it monkeypox, and then they got,
Oh.
they're upset that monkeys might hear about it and get angry or offended. I have no idea. But the M, now they call it M-pox. And I thought maybe they'd be clever and change with the M. The M still stands for monkey. So how stupid do they think these monkeys are? They know the M still stands for monkey. Makes no sense.
You know who gets it? The horses.
The horses, they planned for it.
Well, they planned to
and
not
they strategized.
get it. They planned to not get it. They strategized around it. Turns out that apples and sugar are a great antidote for M-pox.
They're going to eat their own paste. The horse paste.
You can't eat your own paste.
The
You gotta
horse
be-
paste.
You got to be
Yeah,
dead.
they need the horse pace.
Yeah.
From the American Friendship
I can
Project.
eat mine.
They have conducted a survey looking at all the social patterns across the United States, and they have revealed that despite
all of the social patterns, even that stuff I was doing last night
Even
when I
the
thought
stuff you were
nobody
do-
was looking.
even
What?
all
Who are these people?
That's antisocial.
And
Well, it depends on who you're hanging out with.
Well, there have been a lot of studies and surveys saying that we become kind of isolationist and that we're not really hanging out with other people.
Oh, you're talking about the lonely thing.
Yeah, we're
Everybody's
lonely.
lonely. I
But-
don't get that. I've never been lonely in my entire life.
But the AFP, American Friendship Project, actually says they're wrong. The average American has 4 to 5 close friends, and this finding challenges all those reports
So
that are
it's all
coming out.
BS.
Yeah, it's BS.
It doesn't. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this.
And
is,
in other news, eggs are better for you now. It all
I never
fluctuates.
we were hearing all these stories about how people are lonely, but I wasn't I wasn't seeing people walking down
No.
Peachtree with their heads hung down, like, oh, I'm so lonely. Like, I wasn't seeing that. And I
They're
don't
wearing their mask though.
But I'm aware of the fact that I can't relate to it because I've had all kinds of problems in my life and all of that, just like everybody else. But I've never had that one. I don't remember any time where I'm lonely. I mean, I've always had people in my life that I could talk to. Or
I think if you're lonely, that's on you because you just stay at home and you're afraid to talk to people.
Well,
or
that's a
make friends.
recluse. That's not necessarily lonely.
Well, you'd still be alone.
Yeah. I mean, you could Zoom with your friends.
That's exciting. Yeah.
I've just never. It's like something I have to be careful about because I don't want to offend people. I just personally have never been lonely. Like,
Not
there's
once,
always,
never.
No, but I'm a bit of a recluse by choice. I do. I'm one of the people who enjoys the pleasure of my own company, and don't take that the wrong way. What I mean is, it doesn't bother me to be alone. I can, I have ideas. I can work on projects. I can do things. But I also like being around other people as well. But I've never had that feeling of loneliness, like there's nobody in this world that I can talk to about something. I do have to wonder if, not to blame the victim, but have you been stealing everybody's silverware every time you go in their house? Is that why you're lonely? Because nobody will hang out with you? Like,
That's fair.
What
That's-
exactly?
Yeah, what have you done to make
Now
people
the sad thing would
not
be if
hang
you just
out
have a
with
big goiter on your neck and people just won't hang out with you.
you? Yeah, that's messed up.
That's sad.
Tim profiles against those people.
Yeah, you just have to go
Didn't
find
like the
people.
boils or anything like that. I
Yeah.
didn't like any of that look.
You find, he's always swiping left. He will not. He will not.
Sorry.
On Friendster?
You don't like the boils and the stuff.
No,
on the neck.
I don't
You're
want
always
to know.
swiping left on that.
Pimples, pox,
Yeah,
none of that.
all that stuff. Yes, Autumn.
I think understanding how people are defining loneliness, because I can think of times where I've felt alone or like misunderstood or no one understands me.
Yeah, I feel all that too, but that's not loneliness.
That's what I'm saying. But what is their definition of loneliness? I wonder.
Well, what's the definition of maybe tomorrow's word of the day, so we can get the.
You know what? That's what we should do. Is just start defining words that people use all the time, but don't really understand the meaning. or
Sometimes I do add them in. There was one. I think I have one for tomorrow like that, where I think people use
Is
this
it
word a
loneliness?
lot. It's not loneliness, but I believe loneliness means is you feel that there's no one that you can connect with.
Well, that's what I was saying. That's what I said, that I have felt alone, and like no one understands what I'm going
But
through.
see, no one understands, I think, is different. No one understands, but is there somebody who will talk to you about it, even if they understand or not? That's the question. If there's no one to talk about it, then I can understand being lonely. The fact that the people that I talk to aren't professionals and maybe they don't really understand it and they can't relate to what I'm telling them, that's a different thing than, feeling.
I don't know, because that you're defining it, and the feeling of loneliness can be a feeling.
Well, I wouldn't know
You know,
that. I've just been so damn popular my whole life. I don't
what it is.
understand it. Everybody
You know
always
what?
wanted
Wait a
to be
second.
around Eric.
When you woke up this morning and you made that pizza all by yourself, you didn't feel a little bit lonely?
This morning.
First of all, what do you think? I woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning and put a pizza in the oven?
He makes his
As many other-
oatmeal, and he has his
had my-
2 cups of coffee.
No, I'm just glad nobody's talking to me because I hate talking to people right when I wake up. My wife sometimes, she'll wake up like an hour before me. I need time. When I'm making my oatmeal and everything, my brain is still, I'm like half still want to be asleep. And in my mind, I'm like, and my wife like, well, I was on the phone and I asked them and I told them and they said they couldn't, but I couldn't. And this is what I'm hearing. And basically I just go, yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. All right. My wife knows she can get anything she wants. First 30 minutes of any day.
That's why she does it.
Just because
Is
to
that when I
me,
should call you to complain about something?
it'll be like question mark. I think that sends to question mark.
Yeah,
Yes,
but that's why
yes.
that's why they continue to do it. I tell you, it's their strategy.
There's the misogynist
Women?
showing
I'm
up
saying
again.
no. My partner
on a daily basis.
No.
Your
I'm saying
partner.
this works out for anybody.
Wait a
'cause
minute, are you in a law firm
In
now?
my case, it's a wife, but your partner, your significant other, is going to look for
Yes.
weaknesses. When I go to any kind of concert or anything like that, my wife knows that if she gets me a little bit tipsy, that she'll take me over to the merch tent and I will get her a shirt. She knows that.
Right.
She knows that I will happen
She
every
makes
time.
more money
you know
than
what-
I
you know what
do.
else
She
she
does.
knows?
We have a baby.
Yeah. You know what else she knows?
That'd be so rad.
You know what else she knows? She doesn't have to work for that. Her husband's gonna get drunk.
That's fair.
So
And also, who's really
just-
paying for that, Jared?
it's
Because
just
who's
lies
the
work.
moneymaker?
That's
right.
true. That's true. Tina is kind
Yeah.
of in a way paying
Well,
for
let's
it.
put it this way: you're in radio. Doug Turnbull says there's trouble on 85 northbound into Chamblee.
Need a hero, please, as you drive 85 north above Claremont Road, exit 91. Stalled white SUV on the jam cam at the second left lane there, and traffic is stacking up for North Druid Hills. Had some earlier problems up near 285. Clear out of the way. A DeKalb Fire checked for a crash. Didn't find it, though. North Druid Hills at Briarcliff Road. We've got our second problem of the afternoon on the south side interloop. This one just moved to the right shoulder, 285 westbound near Riverdale Road, exit 60. Traffic slow through there. The latest on 75 north leaving Midtown. Veronica Harrell, Cool Ray, covering your traffic center.
Well, better news. Stalled motorists now off to the right, 75 northbound at Mount Heron Road, exit 256. But brake lights continue as you travel up from Howell Mill Road. Get past that, just a few brake lights through Marietta, getting over to Kennesaw, and a little sluggish 575 northbound headed over into Woodstock. This report brought to you by Whole Foods Market. Save now at Whole Foods Market. Get lunch box winners like organic black, red, and green seedless grapes through August 20th while supplies last. Shop in store or online. Terms apply. Triple T Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Selling your home is full of catch-22s. Do you pay for upgrades like new flooring and fresh paint to sell for more, or put that money towards your dream home? With Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, you can do both. Get more money for your current home and put more money down on your new one. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. Here's how it works. Orchard makes you an impressive backup cash offer for your old home. That unlocks cash for you to buy and move into your new home. Next, your Orchard team handles the repairs and upgrades on your old home at no upfront cost. Then, your local Orchard agent lists, shows, and sells your home on the market. One customer said, quote, "Orchard sold my home for far more than I expected, and I got a golf cart," unquote. Home selling doesn't have to be a catch-22. With Orchard, get expert guidance and top dollar for your home. Visit orchard.com and start with your free home valuation. That's orchard.com.
All my life I wore contacts with no problems, and a few years ago my reading gave out and I started having to wear reading glasses. After a while I got frustrated and I went to see Dr. Ashraf regarding my options. Instead of LASIK, I opted for laser optics procedure. Believe me, this is amazing. Most of my day I do not use any glasses, even for reading. As an added bonus, my insurance covered most of the cost.
Hi, this is Dr. Ashraf of the Atlanta Vision Institute. I'm proud to be one of the first physicians to offer the laser optics procedure. This procedure uses LASIK technology to improve your distance vision, but also helps to restore your reading vision. As a matter of fact, most of my patients are able to read a menu or see their phones without the need for reading glasses. So if you can relate to Bill's frustrations, come see me and see if you're a candidate for the laser optics procedure.
If you would like to learn more about the procedure and find out if you're covered by insurance, visit Atlanta2020.com. That's Atlanta2020.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Get your home protected for 25 years with Rhino Shield, the ultimate exterior paint. Act now for 10% off and no payments until next year. This is Jeff, your local Rhino Shield owner. Call 678-205-4500 for 10% off and no payments until next year.
We all belong in Brookhaven. Whether you're starting a family or starting a business, a lover of international cuisine, or a fan of hometown festivals and events, Brookhaven is the place for you. In just over 10 years, the city of Brookhaven has earned a reputation for excellence and diversity as a safe and thriving town filled with beautiful parks, great schools, and flourishing businesses. All are welcome, and there's something for everyone. Because in Brookhaven, we're better together. Learn more at brookhavenga.gov.
It's Eric. Got foundation trouble? Give Engineered Solutions of Georgia a call. They're the only foundation repair company in the state with a team of licensed engineers on staff. 678-ESOG now.
678-ESOG now.
Here come Rock and Roll Hall of Famers. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. The Last Encores. August 18th at Cobb Energy Center. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, live.
All right, not a lot of time here. One more study, survey, and/or poll, and we put the segment to bed.
Got a study from Penn State. Funny parents raise happier kids.
Funny parents. Autumn almost said Autumn has wacky parents, so I don't know if wacky equals.
I'm talking about myself.
Well, I imagine you're kind of a funny.
Be awesome.
Sometimes funny people, though, even myself, when I was raising my kids, the guy who came home from the comedy show wasn't exactly a hoot every day. So just because you're funny for a living doesn't mean that that's going to...
Well, they're not saying tortured artists. They're saying if you're funny with your kids.
Just funny. Yeah, but Autumn's a little bit of a tortured, funny person.
True.
Absolutely not.
She's a little bit
Are you
tortured.
thinking of Greg?
He's a tortured poet.
No, I do want
Go to bed.
But like your parents, you would say your parents are wacky. That's different than funny.
Yeah.
Autumn's parents are wacky. Like, didn't you say something about your dad stealing things from the grocery store?
I mean, I might have.
What in the world? What do you think? The cops are going to come pull him out of his house now? Listening to the show in Atlanta.
Excuse me.
Boom, boom, boom.
Miss Fisher?
I'd like to see a receipt for that Prilosec. Yes. He just accidentally did it, right? Don't tell me this is a new thing.
I mean, sometimes it ends up at the bottom of the cart and you accidentally...
Can I tell you that a couple of days ago, I went to the store. There wasn't a UPC on one of the things I was checking out, and it was multi-item, same item 4 times.
Yeah.
I could have just put it in the bag. You know what I did? I left the station. I went back to the thing. I got another item that had the UPC, and I scanned it. Because...
Dude, I was never trained. You know, like, the store never gave me a training.
Yeah, you didn't see the video.
That's what
so
it
you know
is.
what? Like,
Yeah.
what am I, sorry, I wasn't trained properly.
I
so
got
messed
you.
up.
You're so good,
It's
Eric.
not your... Hey, this is why I'm the host, because I am a morally centered person. Doug Turnbull says there's still trouble on 85 northbound into Chambly, whatever.
Indeed, and nobody helping it yet. A stall second left lane, 85 north of Claremont. Delays on and off back toward Georgia 400. Now DOT's reporting maybe a right lane crash at 85 north up near Jimmy Carter, exit 99. I'm scanning the jam cams for that situation. We've also had problems in DeKalb, both 285 east or north, ramping to 20 east and 20 east near Panola Road, exit 71. Those appear to have cleared based on the delays on the Triple T traffic alerts app. Southside perimeter, though, has been slow, Andrew Seco.
That it has. We're still working that incident on the right shoulder, 285 westbound. We're on the Interloop passing the airport, Riverdale Road, exit 60. Those leftover onlooker delays jamming you up as you approach I-85. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
A strong summer storm can leave your home without power for hours, even days at a time. You'll be without air conditioning, appliances, even more important, medical devices. But you don't have to be. Keep your power flowing with a Generac home standby generator, and you'll have power when you need it most. Dave Baker here. Right now, Brightbox Electrical, a Coolray company, is offering $1,500 off the purchase and installation of a Generac home standby generator. For more information, check them out at brightboxelectrical.com. Brightbox Coolray Carrier. Turn to the experts.
How easy is it to save energy and money in 30 seconds? Let's count the ways. Power down unused devices. Swap out traditional bulbs for LEDs. Adjust your thermostat for the season. Change your air filter. Move furniture away from your vents. And turn off the lights when you leave a room. Georgia Power's more than just your power company. We're your saving sidekick. Get started at georgiapower.com/energy efficiency today. Ready, set, save.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Selling your home can be challenging with showings, costly home repairs. With a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, it doesn't have to be. It's Eric. The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. There are no showings, no open houses, no stress. With over 58,000 satisfied clients, you can trust the top real estate team in the whole country to sell your home quickly and for the most money. Go to markspain.com. Get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and get packing.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top local story: a man pleads guilty today in the chase and crash that killed a Georgia State trooper on I-85 earlier this year.
His name is Gerson Ayala Rodriguez. He pled guilty to homicide by vehicle in the first degree.
Gwinnett County Chief Assistant District Attorney John Melvin says Rodriguez was in the country illegally. He's sentenced to 22 years with 17 to serve in prison. 28-year-old trooper Jimmy Sinescar was killed on January 28th while trying to stop a motorcyclist when his patrol car hit an embankment near State Route 317 in Sewanee. It is 90 degrees in Atlanta. Wind and rain chances begin to go up. WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A warning today from Atlanta's police chief.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a ticking time bomb.
Chief Darren Shearbaum says they are looking for 2 suspects in connection with the latest arson fire connected to the Public Safety Training Center. They set fire to construction equipment at a DeKalb County construction site off Memorial Drive early this morning. Police are asking for the public's help identifying those suspects.
There is a reward for up to $200,000 that is being given for individuals that provide information that leads to the arrest and conviction of any arson that has been connected to stop the building of Atlanta's Public Safety Training Center.
No one's injured in this latest fire, but Shearbaum says it is just a matter of time before someone is hurt or killed. Allegations of mistreatment of women in Georgia prisons are brought to light today at a U.S. Senate subcommittee hearing in Atlanta.
A report from Motherhood Behind Bars finds 50 to 100 women give birth in Georgia prisons every year. Tiana Hill was one of those back in 2019 when she was jailed in Clayton County. She tells the committee her baby was born premature and her calls for help were ignored by jail staff.
It was one of the most scariest moments of my life.
Hill's baby died 5 days later. She says after that she was placed in solitary confinement instead of getting mental health support.
That's just one of the worst things that somebody can go through.
We've reached out to the Clayton County Sheriff's Office for comment. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
3 people plead guilty today in connection with alleged abuse at a Stone Mountain Daycare Center. Alexis Swain, Corey Chambers, and Cassandra Chambers were charged in connection with the abuse of 13 alleged victims who range in age from 6 months to almost 3 years old. DeKalb County District Attorney Sherry Boston says Swain is sentenced to 10 years to serve with 5 in custody. Cassandra Chambers is sentenced to 12 months probation, and Corey Chambers sentenced to 10 years on probation. Gwinnett County firefighters rescue a man and a dog from a burning home. A family of 4 adults were trying to escape the flames at the home on River Drive in Lawrenceville when one woman told 911 her brother was trapped inside.
Started searching for the victims inside. We were able to find and rescue her brother as well as a canine.
Captain Ryan McGibney with Gwinnett Fire Department says that both the man and the dog are expected to be okay. Gwinnett Police Canine Nitro helps nab a Lawrenceville man wanted on outstanding warrants in a domestic violence case. 30-year-old Javaris Virgin faces charges including battery after his ex-girlfriend was injured. When officers attempt to arrest him, he ran into the woods. A Gwinnett police officer and Canine Nitro are able to track him down, hiding in some bushes. The reckless driving case against a UGA football player is dropped in Athens.
Wide receiver Sokovie White is among 9 UGA players arrested so far this year accused of traffic violations. White was arrested in May after Athens Clark County police say they saw him speeding in the wrong lanes downtown. Now the county solicitor says in a motion the evidence they have in that case wouldn't be able to prove White's reckless driving violation beyond a reasonable doubt. That motion was approved by an Athens judge the next day. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
Going to a Falcons game is a bargain compared to the rest of the NFL. A new study by Card Rates finds that the Falcons game day experience will cost a fan on average less than attending games in other cities. The average fan will spend just over $140 attending a game at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The Falcons ranked 30th out of all 32 NFL teams. Atlanta's game day experience ranking is helped by having the cheapest concessions in the league. It is now 4:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And Triple Team traffic starts with Doug Turnbull.
We'll start with delays coming out of Brookhaven to Chamblee, 85 north. A stall has been in the second left lane above busy Claremont Road, exit 91. On and off the brakes on the Triple Team traffic alerts at before 400. And there may be new trouble heading through to the Spaghetti Junction area into Norcross with 85 north. 85 north about a mile or two before Jimmy Carter. Exit 99 could be a crash in the right lane. We'll have the Skycopter route extra heavy now through Alpharetta into Roswell. Police tell us a crash off to the right, 400 south at Holcomb Bridge, exit number 7. Checking those downtown backups. Veronica Harrell, Cool Ray, Kempringer Traffic Center.
Well, a lot of backups over on the connector. 75, 85 northbound start before University. You stay slow up through the Grady Curve. And 75 southbound packs in before Howell Mill. 85 southbound, you start slowing right around Georgia 400. Triple Team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. Partly cloudy for this evening. Overnight lows in the upper 60s to low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with a few pop-up storms possible in the afternoon. High 91. Friday, watching for scattered pop-up showers and thunderstorms. High 90.
Right now it's 90 in Alpharetta, 86 in Snellville, and 87 in Douglasville. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Don't let a DUI ruin your life. Hire the attorney that other attorneys hire. GeorgeStein.com.
High five. Up top. Heck yeah! Dave's company just got the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Yeah, 5 years! It's 5 years of gig speed internet. High five for gig speed. 5 years of advanced security. Security win. And 5 years of a great rate that won't change. Our rate ain't changing. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. There it is! He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread. Woohoo! Now he's got savings. I'm so excited. Yep. Dave's feeling it, but it's only for a limited time, so don't wait. Switch today and ask how to get the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business. And it's hurting, but I am not stopping.
Ends 8/21/24. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Belinda Skelton here with another powerful testimonial from a patient who visited virtual imaging and had a life-saving experience. Mike, I want to hear your story.
I did a head scan, and I was diagnosed with a 7-millimeter brain aneurysm, which means I'm at high risk for a stroke. I'm physically fit. I get a physical every year. This experience taught me that regardless of your fitness level, we're all vulnerable to heart disease, cancer, and stroke. It also taught me a first-hand lesson about the benefits of early detection, because without virtual imaging, I wouldn't have known about my brain aneurysm until the day I had a stroke.
Virtual imaging has a CT scan to screen your heart, lungs, and can detect early-stage cancer, and now they have brain scans. Call today and receive a free heart scan for you and your plus one. Yes, free with minimum requirements. Call 678-369-0202 or visit virtualimagingatl.com.
Well, it sort of makes sense, that last item in studies, surveys, and polls, that funny parents produce happier children. It makes sense, right? If you're laughing all the time as you're growing up, you're going to be happier. And I'm happy for those kids who are happy, but let's not forget the other children. What about the children of parents who simply think they're funny?
Oh, yeah.
Those poor kids live in misery. Nothing is worse than parents who think they're funny. So let's hope you got the right set. That's all I'm saying.
Bless those kids.
Bless those kids. That their 18th birthday can't come soon enough. I don't understand. You moved to the other side of the country.
Get away from you.
All right. We're just rolling through segments today, huh?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
This is interesting.
Or
no thanks.
Very simple. Jared Yamamoto, lead researcher and producer of this here show, The Von Haessler Doctrine, will toss headlines at me. I will respond with either
this is interesting,
or no thanks.
I felt like I was a little bit louder that second time around. Or no thanks. Sound like Trump on that Elon Musk.
It's the phone. It wasn't my voice.
He released a different video of him.
Yes, I would sound much better, but
What happens with technology where he sounds like he has a lisp? Is it like...
Because he was using Zoom and he didn't have the audio correct on.
And what was it doing that metallic thing? Where
And he was like, people can't see this, but his phone was about 2 feet from his face or a foot and a half from his face. So,
Then why would it sound like that? I've never heard it before.
I could see where it would make the
I've
that
heard-
sound, but I don't. I guess the lisp comes out of that.
Vivek did one.
Vivek.
He did a space. He did a space on X a couple months ago, and he
Uh-huh.
sounded like that too.
Yeah.
So he was doing the same thing.
Oh, this is a problem with X.
Yeah.
How about getting a microphone?
Why don't people just use microphones?
Exactly.
How does
That's
Donald
not
Trump?
what influencers do.
This is Donald Trump. I mean, the reason Neil Finn sounded good when he was from Greece, he knows that he's doing a bunch of interviews because he's got a new album, he's got a new tour. So he obviously takes the equipment with him everywhere he goes, and it's basically a podcast setup, mic kind of thing. Donald Trump doesn't have this. Elon doesn't make sure that this is.
No,
there isn't
so,
a room at Mar-a-Lago that's like the radio room or something.
He couldn't figure it out. I sent him a microphone, and he said, Elon, I can't figure it out. So I just said, okay, we'll wing it. That's why it was delayed for a while.
I only have till 7. If you could just get your point.
For
out
45
there.
minutes.
So you were saying that was a DDoS attack.
No. At first we thought that's what it was, and then so we looked into it a little bit more, and it's just technical.
Let me get this straight.
I shouldn't have fired all the engineers, is what I'm saying.
You're the richest person in the world.
Yeah, it's, one of them. Yeah.
Seems like for all these companies you start, that you might be able to just kind of get your point across.
So yes, in the
Are you in a K-hole again?
Right now, no, just a C-hole,
Cannabis?
marijuana.
After the interview with Trump, he
marijuana.
After the interview with Trump, he did post on X saying that he had been up all night. So
yeah,
he pulled an all-nighter.
Oh, this happens with Elon.
Studying for Trump.
Yeah, this happens a lot. I remember one time you appeared before a congressional committee, and at some point somebody mentioned, why aren't you answering? And you said something like, I'm a little jet lagged.
A little jet lagged.
Sorry, I couldn't get to sleep last night. I had to start 4 new businesses.
And plus, I was impregnating women all night.
And a little extra good news: we're going to Jupiter.
Yeah, yes. Can we put life on the ring in there? Yes.
All right. What do you got?
All right, so our first story comes from Marca.com, which I've never heard of until
Never
today.
heard of that.
Dr. Dre is serious about participating in the 2028 Olympic Games. He wants to do archery. Are you interested? Oh. Come on, that's interesting.
No, thanks.
Well, okay, it's interesting. It's not going to happen. The chances that Dr. Dre is one of the best archers in all of the United States of America, quite slim, I would imagine.
Didn't Gina Davis do it?
Yes, she did, but I think that was a lifelong dream.
Okay.
I think Gina Davis, probably the archery came before the acting. You just didn't know it. I made that up. I don't know if that's true.
Maybe
or
he
not,
could
but-
train.
Yeah, no, but you can't just start right now. Dr. Dre's what, 60? I'm 60. He's got to be like somewhere in there, 57, 58. You're just going to pick up the
old bow and arrow.
Old bow and arrow.
You know what? I saw
Give
all
it a
of,
go?
I saw all of the empowered ads during the Olympics. You know what? Dr. Dre at 59 years old can definitely do it.
Yeah, when you're already a multimillionaire, maybe even a billionaire, we're just going to assume that you already feel empowered. We don't have to. Let's not act like Dr. Dre is Rudy. They said he didn't have a chance. I mean, he had 7 mansions, but they said that he didn't have a chance. I would say to Dr. Dre the same as I would say to, these billionaires who try to kill themselves with the space stuff and the underwater sea stuff. Just find a hobby. Not enough people are doing that hobby where they put ships inside of bottles. There used to be a lot more ships inside of bottles in this country than there are now. When's the last time you walked into somebody's home? In their study.
It's not trendy anymore.
Apparently not.
No, the worst one.
I thought it was so. When I was a kid, I was like, how do they put that in that box? Do they break it open? And the answer is so damn simple.
What is it? Because I'm still befuddled.
I don't get
It's like the ship is like on a wire and it folds like an umbrella.
Oh.
And you put it in the bottom. Our books the other way round.
So that way they could look the
Just-
pages.
Are you
It's like
cool?
open-
What's that?
No, it's just like open concepts. You know, it's the same thing. It's like that's kind of popular for a while,
Yeah.
and then you see people putting their books opposite, so like the pages look all cool and it's.
What is the deal with it? What's the books? You know what I do with books that a lot of people ought to try every once in a while? Read them.
Huh?
You actually can
can
read
read
them.
'em.
You don't have to.
You just don't know what book you're picking up.
I just don't know if the 26 or 27, the average 26 or 27-year-old knows that books, you can do more with them than place them in certain areas that make you look good to company.
It's supposed to.
You can actually read them.
It's supposed to be part of my decor, right? It's
Yeah.
not supposed to be anything
So
in my
what is
house.
the turnaround thing? I don't even understand that. What is that trend?
So I guess it just looks cleaner. That's why when you
Turning
see
it so you see the pages
yes,
out?
yeah. So when you see it, all
Yeah,
you see are a
the
bunch of
spine
pages.
is- Yeah, the spine is facing.
You
is
know what?
touching the back. Of
I
the
think
shelf.
this is stupidity gone to a further degree.
Yeah.
It used to be that people at least knew what books they should read. Now that, and they would display them like they're smart, even though they didn't read them. Now I think they're just so dumb they don't even know what books they're supposed to pretend to read. So they don't want to get made fun of by having a Dr. Seuss book behind them when they're 30 years old. So they just, I mean, that's the only explanation. Why wouldn't you?
But they're all Tony Robbins and self-help books, so
Oh,
you
yeah,
would want to
yeah.
turn those the other way.
Hey, by the way, if you're buying your 8th self-help book, you're either hopeless or you're on the wrong track. I would say that. No, it's that 9th self-help book. That's going to be the one that cures me. Doug Turnbull says there are 85 northbound delays from DeKalb.
Indeed, they had trouble. Finally moved to the right shoulder, leaving Brookhaven on 85 north at Claremont, exit 91. Traffic extra stout back from the Captain Herb Georgia 400 split on 85 north and Jimmy Carter. Trouble just moved to the right above exit 99, so you're slow in between those 2 points. Watch for police activity south through Norcross. About 4 police gathering around a car on the right shoulder, 85 south before Jimmy Carter, exit 99. No delays with that just yet. Checking the worst spots around 255. Andrew Seco, Cool Ray Kemminger Traffic Center.
And right now, those heaviest delays coming from the north side between Sandy Springs past Doraville. The inner and outer loop looking really tough. 285 east and west. You were on and off those brakes from Roswell Road all the way over to Spaghetti Junction. That's I-85 exit 33. This is sponsored by Whole Foods Market. Save on a stronger lunchbox at Whole Foods Market. Save 32% with Prime on Applegate sliced lunch meats through August 20th. While supplies last, shop in store online. Terms apply. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
It pays to have the WSB radio app. Download it today and get ready for the Blitz.
The WSB 5K Day Bonus Blitz. 5 chances every weekday to win $1,000.
Your next chance to win is coming up today at 5. It's a Blitz
The WSB 5K Day Bonus Blitz.
from 95.5 WSB.
Download the WSB radio app now.
Hi, this is Dr. Taylor from Be the Younger You Atlanta. Yes, it's true. So many of our patients lose up to 30 pounds in 1 month without bars, shakes, or prepackaged meals and no shots. They love that they feel great by the end of their first week. But you know what they love most? It's when I tell them after this, you'll never have to go through this again. They love knowing that they're done riding the emotional weight loss roller coaster. Because let's be honest, isn't lasting change what we all want? Sound too good to be true? Hear it from the patients themselves. Go to BeTheYoungerYouATL.com. That's BeTheYoungerYouATL.com. Or call 770-415-3000. That's 770-415-3000. And schedule your free weight loss consultation and learn the secret to lasting change. That's Be the Younger You Atlanta at 770-415-3000. That's 770-415-3000. Or go to BeTheYoungerYouATL.com.
Is your siding unsightly and just sad? Make your home happy again with beautiful new siding from Nelson Exteriors. Home Fix-It Show host Dave Baker here. My experts at Nelson Exteriors are James Hardy Elite Preferred Contractors with more dedicated project managers. Even the small details of your job are a big deal to them. Pick the company that's more picky than you. Nelson Exteriors. It's time for your home to shine. Get your free siding quote. Google Nelson Exteriors.
I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is more than just a legal process. It's a life-changing event that can impact your future, finances, and your relationship with your children. You've worked hard to build a life that you're proud of, and you deserve a legal partner who will work just as hard to protect it.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Atlanta area attorneys. 404-793-0000. 1 Glen Lake Parkway Northeast, Suite 975, Atlanta, Georgia, 30328. CordellCordell.com.
When it rains, it pours right into your crawl space, and that creates that musty smell and dangerous mold growth under your house. Meteorologist Christina Edwards here for American Crawl Space Solutions. Make the smell and the water go away and stop the water from coming back. Call American Crawl Space Solutions. They're experts at keeping your crawl space dry and preventing the mold from growing in your home. Give them a call today.
American Crawl Space Solutions. Foundations too.
There is no time to wait with Superior Pro's incredible siding offer. This month only, get 0% financing for 60 months with a whole home purchase of premium James Hardy siding. Don't be late. Visit SuperiorPro.com.
The pros to know.
Oh no! The garage door spring broke.
Never fear. Balanced Garage Door fixes broken springs fast. And we offer same-day service. And best of all, Balanced Garage never, ever, ever charges for a service call. Go to balancedgaragedoors.com. That's balancedgaragedoors.com.
The digital media company BuzzFeed recently shared their take on how things just don't hold up like they used to. This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. Not surprisingly, mattresses made that list, stating that they used to be solid, last longer, and more comfy. Flippable too. That's why OMF has been building quality two-sided mattresses for more than 30 years. Our beds are built for longevity, and since they're built locally, you'll save a lot of money. Don't settle for disposable quality. Get a bed that's built to last.
When it comes to my lifestyle and diet, I don't always make the smartest choices.
Touchdown! Woo! Hey, how about another round and some more chips?
But when it comes to taking care of my liver, I do make one very smart choice. Active liver tablets from New Nordic. I used to have real issues with my liver, and at my last checkup, my doc was concerned about my numbers. But since adding a once-a-day active liver tablet, my gut's better, I feel great, and my doctor's happy. I ask a lot of my liver, so the least I can do to say thanks is a daily dose of Active Liver.
You ask a lot of your liver, so give it the support it needs with Active Liver. You can find Active Liver at Amazon.com or ask for Active Liver at your local CVS. Or for a volume discount, visit NewNordicUSA.com. Go to new, NORDICUSA.com, Amazon, or ask for Active Liver at your local CVS.
This next story is pleasant.
And
Go ahead.
Get ready for this. From CNBC, every American social security number and their address may have been stolen in a new hack.
This is interesting.
As soon as you told me that, I said it had to be the government. That's the only way you can get social security numbers and everything on everybody. So it's actually something that I don't even know if you would call it. I mean, it's something called the, what the hell is the name of this place that was breached?
It says the data was stolen from National Public Data, a platform that offers personal information to employers, private investigators, staffing agencies, and others doing background checks.
So, I guess now we've reached the singularity.
We've all been hacked.
We've all been hacked.
All been hacked.
You know, and I mean, sure, you can go change your passwords. You can do a lot of things to protect yourself. My guess is you're still going to be stuck with that same old darn Social Security number. So, hey, the government, while you're getting the billions and billions and billions for this war, and oh, wait a minute, we got a few billion over here for this other war, because God forbid these wars end. We do not want that to happen. Meanwhile, boy, it never occurred to the government that they have the Social Security number of every single citizen. Maybe we ought to spend a lot of time on that. Maybe we ought to spend $100 billion on that, because that's something that we can win, rather than spending $100 billion on things that are unwinnable on the other side of the world. Boy, these people will stand up and growl if you stand in front of one of these politicians and tell them, I don't think we should be involved in these wars. They will lecture you. They will let you know that they're going to wake up an hour early tomorrow to make sure the money's there for the war that will never end. But it never occurred to the government, oh, we're the only entity in the world that actually has every citizen's Social Security number. Maybe 100 or 200, hell, I don't know, $350 billion on that problem, maybe. But maybe $350 billion wouldn't do it anyway. I tell you, every day I get this cybersecurity newsletter from Wall Street Journal. Everybody should sign up for this. You don't have to read all the stories. Just every day you're going to get 5 or 6 stories about this huge company that was hacked and this huge healthcare system that was hacked and this hospital that was hacked and this airport that was hacked
insane.
and this school that was hacked. And it became obvious to me within a couple of months of getting this that there will be a singularity. We're all going to get hacked. And nobody ever thinks, should we do everything on computers? Nobody even questions it. It's like, hey, listen, when they don't hack the hospital and basically freeze all of our systems, well, all the other days, having the entire hospital online really works out. Yeah. I'm glad that it does. Is your hospital online? They're coming. Are all of your business records online? They're coming for you.
Well, at least we have consistency. This impacts everybody. This is good.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Now that I think about it, it's equity. We're all in the same sinking boat. Finally, Nirvana. We've made it. The singularity. Doug Turnbull says there are delays on 85 in Brookhaven.
Trouble cleared out of the way a little while ago, 85 north above Claremont Road, but you know how that traffic is. You're slow back before the Georgia 400 split up. Blue 85 north at Gwinnett. Trouble moved to the right at Jimmy Carter over 20 minutes, 285 to 316, and route to Gainesville with inbound delays unusual at 985 south as you pass Highway 60, exit number 20. 400 south has been unusual into Roswell too, Veronica Harrell.
Yeah, police say it's a crash, but it should be off to the right. Georgia 400 southbound over at Holcomb Bridge Road, exit 7, but still keep you on the brakes through the Roswell area. The rest of 400 northbound is on and off the brakes, leaving 285, getting through Sandy Springs, and then again over through Alpharetta. Triple T traffic, 95.5 WSB.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
All my life I wore contacts with no problems, and a few years ago my reading gave out and I started having to wear reading glasses. After a while I got frustrated and I went to see Dr. Ashraf regarding my options. Instead of LASIK, I opted for laser optics procedure. Believe me, this is amazing. Most of my day I do not use any glasses, even for reading. As an added bonus, my insurance covered most of the cost.
Hi, this is Dr. Ashraf of the Atlanta Vision Institute. I'm proud to be one of the first physicians to offer the laser optics procedure. This procedure uses LASIK technology to improve your distance vision, but also helps to restore your reading vision. As a matter of fact, most of my patients are able to read a menu or see their phones without the need for reading glasses. So if you can relate to Bill's frustrations, come see me and see if you're a candidate for the laser optics procedure.
If you would like to learn more about the procedure and find out if you're covered by insurance, visit Atlanta2020.com. That's Atlanta2020.com.
Hi, this is Earl Ron. At New South Window, we bring the factory to you. Our windows and doors are made with quality in mind, and your products and installation are backed by our lifetime warranty. That's because New South Window knows the importance of single source accountability. We believe in removing the middleman so you get more for your money. This is real factory direct. One company, one call, guaranteed for life. Get New South proud.
For a limited time only, when you buy more, you can save more. Visit newsouthwindow.com to learn more.
Have you ever been like me and tried so hard to avoid conflict? As soon as it was over, you wish you'd gone back and stood up better for yourself? Doug Turnbull here, and if you've been in a crash with a distracted or neglectful driver, you need the strong arm to make sure you get what's yours. And that is John Foy and Associates, who I trust and who you should too. They've been fighting for Atlanta drivers for nearly 30 years against the big insurance companies that are only looking out for their bottom line. John Foy and his team have exceptional customer service, and you can get your free case evaluation right now at johnfoy.com.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
3 years ago, my mom, my sweetheart, who had type 2 diabetes, died of heart disease. We didn't know that if you have diabetes, you are 2 to 4 times more likely to develop cardiovascular disease. Heart disease and diabetes are linked. If you have type 2 diabetes, know your risk of heart disease. Be good to yourself and those you love, because the sooner you know your risk, the more you and your doctor can do about it. Go to foryoursweetheart.com.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by QC Kinetics. Our top local story, a man in the U.S. illegally pleads guilty today in the death of a Georgia state trooper in Gwinnett County earlier this year.
21-year-old Gerson Ayala Rodriguez sent trooper Jimmy Sinescar on a chase with speeds at 140 miles an hour. The trooper crashed his cruiser and was killed. Gwinnett County Chief Assistant District Attorney John Melvin says Rodriguez was sentenced to 22 years, 17 to serve.
I hope that when people will see the sentence, they will know that reckless driving is much more than just speeding along the roadway, that it can have tragic consequences, and you will be held accountable.
He also said Rodriguez was in this country illegally. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
89 degrees in Atlanta. When do the rain chances begin to ramp up? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. This is all new and just in at 5 o'clock, 2 weeks into the new school year, and some metro districts are dealing with a shortage of bus drivers.
School buses on the streets again signals the end of summer vacation, but a lack of drivers is presenting a challenge for some districts.
We need about 140 drivers.
Vicki Cross, Executive Director of Transportation for Fulton County Schools, tells me they have 70 routes without permanent drivers. She says some supervisors are driving routes and they've even had to combine them for some drivers.
Well, honestly, it's been a challenge.
In addition to Fulton, DeKalb is hiring 75 drivers and Clayton has 20 open positions. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's police chief describes it as a ticking time bomb. The search is on now for the arsonist who set fire to a DeKalb County construction site. It is the latest attack targeting Atlanta's Public Safety Training Center.
Agents from the FBI and GBI join Atlanta investigators looking into the blaze from early this morning at a site where new townhomes are being built in a residential area. APD Chief Darren Shearbaum says they're searching for 2 suspects who are accused of torching the 2 pieces of construction equipment in that neighborhood.
We do believe those arsonists were here at about 2 o'clock this morning and then likely approached and fled into the neighborhood that surrounds us.
Officials are asking residents to check their doorbell cameras for anything suspicious this morning and contact authorities if they see anything. Michelle Wright, 95.5 WSB.
A new federal complaint claims Fulton County schools are aware of anti-Semitism in the district and are allowing it to continue.
Until they are able to fix the culture that has normalized anti-Semitism in the classrooms and among students, the problem is not going away.
Denise Katz-Prober with the Brandeis Center for Human Rights says the Title VI complaint claims Israeli and Jewish students are harassed at schools across the county. The district says it always investigates inappropriate behavior when it's brought to their attention. Women who terrorized tiny children at a DeKalb County daycare plead guilty to felony charges.
28-year-old Alexis Renee Swain is sentenced to 10 years with 5 to serve in prison after pleading guilty to 29 counts of first-degree child cruelty. The Appletree Learning Center investigation launched in June 2022 after a mom found injuries on her child's face. Surveillance video revealed Swain hitting, pushing, shaking, and slamming down some of the children, all of them under 3 years old. Co-worker Corey Chambers was also recorded abusing kids. She gets 10 years probation with the first 4 months on house arrest. Appletree director Cassandra Chambers gets a year's probation for failing to report the abuse once she discovered it. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Usher's concert scheduled for tonight at State Farm Arena is canceled. He writes on social media today he needs to postpone to give his body a chance to rest. The Grammy winner says the show will be rescheduled and details will be released soon. He does have 2 more shows scheduled for Friday and Saturday in Atlanta. No word on if those will go on as planned. as well. Ernesto, now a hurricane and making a beeline toward Bermuda.
If we look at the time of arrival of those tropical storm force winds in Bermuda, the most likely time that they would arrive would be sometime during the day on Friday. So we're likely to see a hurricane watch issued for Bermuda later today.
Michael Brennan with the National Hurricane Center says the storm not expected to make landfall in the U.S., but it will bring dangerous rip currents. It is now 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, triple team traffic. And here is Doug Turnbull.
And let's start with a traffic red alert now heading between Stonecrest and Conyers on 20 eastbound. We just heard from authorities that all lanes are shut down after Sigmund Road, exit number 78 with a crash. Traffic is stacking up already from the Turner Hill area. Jump on Covington Highway as your alternate there. We're also going to need to issue a travel advisory between Gainesville and Oakwood on 985 South. The fire department just pulling up in a crash. I'm just arriving with 985 South before Highway 13, exit number 17. Delays back before Highway 60. You can use Highway 13 as an alternate to get back on to 985 South. At 400 South is slower than normal out of Alpharetta. Trouble moved off to the right at Holcomb Ridge, exit 7. Problems heading between Brookhaven and Decatur on North Hills Road, just southeast of Briarcliff. Downtown, Andrew Seco, Cool Bay Evergreen Traffic Center.
We're seeing those heaviest delays heading north on the connector 75-85. You're on and off those brakes starting at University Avenue all the way through the heart of Atlanta that spills onto the 85 fork. With that earlier crash, those delays jamming up all the way to Claremont Road, exit 91. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of summer. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Fair skies this evening, a little bit more humid as well. Sunset around 8:30. Temperatures will be in the low 80s at that time, cooling down to the upper 60s to low 70s tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, just an isolated chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm, high 91. Friday, partly cloudy, watching for scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, high 90. Saturday, a line of heavy rain and thunderstorms will move through the late morning into the afternoon hours, high 91. Sunday, partly cloudy, a few pop-up storms possible, high 92.
90 in Doraville, 88 in Grayson, and 86 in Locust Grove. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now, and the moment has arrived. It's the WSB 5K a day bonus blitz. This hour's keyword is cash. C-A-S-H. Cash. Go to the WSB Radio app or WSBRadio.com/cash for your chance to win. Again, that keyword is for 5 o'clock hour, C-A-S-H, and that spells cash.
Okay, so I can go to WSBRadio.com/cash and I can win, right?
No, you cannot because you work here, but anybody else can. Although, the whole thing with your phone, we have to call you back if you're the winner, which means probably you're not going to recognize the number. So if you get involved, keep your eyes open for the next few minutes or so, and then if you get a call back and you don't recognize the number, take a chance because we can't leave a message. So there you go. And I want to say again with this news that it looks like everybody's been hacked now, that everybody's Social Security number is now going to be available on the dark net, whatever that is. Is there a special avenue to get there? Do you have to
Yeah, it's got an app. The dark net. I don't think it even
Darknet.
exists.
Well, wherever corner of the internet you go to pay money to buy for all these identities. Well, it looks like we've all of our numbers. And it really, I know that I'm naive. I'm not pretending I'm not naive because I think that the government should work for the people. And you would have thought that, I don't know, 15 years ago when what the internet really was beginning, okay, this is not the euphoria that we thought we were going to get out of this. This is not what was the great society we were going to get where everybody had no, people are stealing other people's identities. You would have thought right there that the government would have said, let's put a whole lot of time, energy, money into protecting one single thing. The 9 digits that every American has to walk around hanging over their head. Because if that gets out, well, we're really kind of screwed. Proof of concept. Politicians don't work for the people. No, they're worried about some bridge that might get them reelected. Always worried about the project that might get them reelected. Not a damn one of them just spots, this could be bad for everybody. Hey, we're the government. Everybody come over here. Let's try to do something about this. I'm not even stating that you could do anything about it, but it'd be nice to know that you tried.
Sure.
But no, that project that the people don't really need, but it'll look good in the newspaper or online in a news story, it might get you reelected. Hey, politicians, think about that and only that all the time.
We'll call it the Social Security Bridge.
Yeah, something. But no, they don't give a damn. It doesn't take a genius. Once we realized what was really going on the internet, that the government could have said, here's 9 digits that every citizen has. Let's start now in 2005 trying to figure out how we can protect this. But it's all out there. I don't know. You can't change your Social Security number, can you? You can change your passwords. You can change this, that, the other thing.
I think even obviously when you change your name, your Social Security number is not going to change.
But the point is, stop buying into it. She does not care about you. Now, people who listen to WSB aren't ready for the other side. Oh, yeah. He does not care about you. Altogether, ladies and gentlemen, they do not care about you. They care about the thing that you either do or don't need, but think you need, that will look good in headlines, that might get them reelected, which gets them more power, or at least keeps the same power that they already had. Hate to throw cold water on your romantic visions of the country and what politics is. Sorry, I just told you the truth. They don't give a damn about you. They don't ever spot any. Nobody hey, people can't afford homes anymore. Oh, well, I guess that's just another metric in the in the data that we look at. Young people can't afford homes anymore. How's that going to get me reelected? Hey, can you conjure up some, I don't know, some bridge or something that we can tell people that we're going to.
No problem, sir.
They don't give a damn about you, and if you've got any one of them as a rock star and a poster up on your wall, you're a fool. You're being manipulated.
I've got Jerome Powell on my wall. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah. Well, now you're just a double loser.
I have a nice poster of me, and I'm wearing a lingerie.
Janet Yellen. Now, that's a poster, I think. You're the new Farrah Fawcett.
I was a pinup girl.
Hey, by the way, happy birthday today, Janet Yellen.
I thought you didn't do celebrity birthdays.
I'm just telling you, today's
we don't
your
consider
birthday.
you a celebrity.
I consider myself to be one.
I know you do. You do. Very. You don't know as much as I do about the economy, but somehow you've been the head of the Fed and Secretary of the Treasury. I could have told you it wasn't transitory. And what grade did I drop out of, Autumn?
9th.
3rd grade.
No, come on.
8th, 9th grade.
I made it. Well,
even I knew that.
Are you kidding me? I was
like a few days in 9th grade.
I was a star of the 4th grade, for heaven's sakes. I was in there for quite some time. 9th grade, just went ahead and dropped out. But then again, how was it that this 9th grade dropout from day one said inflation is not transitory, and the expert Janet Yellen said, it's transitory?
Can I just say
I'll
thank
tell you
you?
why. I'll tell you why. I'm not smarter than her. I'm telling the truth, and she's lying. They don't care about you. Accept it and live your life as such.
Don't go after her on her
Vote
cake week.
for the person that you are convinced will hurt you the least. Then you're dealing in reality. None of them love you. They don't even like you. They hate that the Constitution forces them to come to you and ask you for the keys. And that's what we call a campaign, where they just lie the whole time you give them the keys so they can have the power. That's what they want when they look in the mirror every morning. Don't fool yourselves. That's the whole game with politicians, to make you believe they wake up thinking about you. That never happens. Actually, the ones that are like that are kind of insane. They wake up every day, I need to help the people. They end up being wacky and insane and have a self-importance that is just weird. Go into the voting booth. Decide for yourself who you think out of these three that you think will hurt you least. If that's how you're voting and living inside of something we call reality. If you're voting for the person that has convinced you that they love you, and if you give them your vote, they're going to change the whole world to look exactly like your ideal of what the world should be. Look in the mirror. You're looking at a fool. You're looking at somebody who is easily manipulated, which means you're already being manipulated. They don't give a damn about your life. $20 more billion for the war that dare not be named if you want to keep your job. $20 billion more dollars. I'm sure that's going to bring a whole hell of a lot of peace. Whole hell of a lot of peace.
I love that pier. That's been doing great for us.
People are always like, make it a parking lot. You know, there's a lot of crimes that happen in parking lots. They're not exactly the most peaceful places in the world. Just because you turn a place into a parking lot doesn't mean you're going to get peace.
And
I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm certainly not talking about the war that dare not be named if you want to keep your job. That's all I'm saying. Whichever one it is, I don't know. But also, adjunct to that, adjunct, is that the right word? Adjacent to that, not all parking lots are peaceful. I think just watch the local news. Things can go wrong.
All right. So the drug.
Also, the other one, it's not about democracy. Go ahead.
Within whom or no thanks here. This just came in as breaking news here too. Along with that last story too, the DEA has just seized $3 million worth of meth from a Mexican cartel in Atlanta, Georgia. So the druggy week in Georgia continues.
Wait, no, that's the same one. They can't have 3 million more. This is the $2 million came out of the salary.
This is coming in.
This one is in money.
Oh, yeah, one's pounds, one's money.
You interested?
Yeah.
Are we still doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
This is interesting.
So what is this now? $3 million?
I literally just got tipped off from one of our services here. This is
Don't
$3
say
million.
tipped off. This is a family show.
$3 million worth of meth from a Mexican cartel was found in Atlanta. This is not connected
for the celery.
This is not connected to the celery. It's a new one
And
that
the
just broke.
fentanyl from yesterday.
Yeah, so it's been a druggy week in Georgia.
What's going on with the cartels? Have they lost their good people? It seems like they're just getting busted and losing millions and millions of dollars. Better not interrupt my supply of fentanyl. It will affect the show. Doug Turnbull says there's a travel advisory on I-20 eastbound leaving Stonecrest.
Had a couple of these recently, 20 eastbound. This one at one point had all lanes shut down. Now a right lane is open, 20 east after Sigmund Road. A crash after exit 78. Already see bumper-to-bumper scuff on the Triple T traffic alert tab before exit 75 Turner Hill Road. You can take Covington Highway that becomes Old Covington Highway as an alternate. You've also got Mall Parkway that becomes Dogwood, or also Iris Drive as alternates there to that I-20 eastbound mess. We're seeing improving conditions 400 south out of Alpharetta after earlier trouble near Holcomb Bridge and Roswell exit 7. Seems to have cleared. Also have a travel advisory live and well as you ride through the Gainesville area. Veronica Harrell, Cool Break, Evergreen Traffic Center.
Yes, a crash 985 southbound, just north of Highway 13. That's exit 17. Right lane taken out, really jamming up the ride. Do yourself a favor and use Highway 13 to get you over into Oakwood out of Gainesville. This report brought to you by Affordable Dentures and Implants. Get your smile back. Affordable Dentures and Implants in the Atlanta area. Make new smiles affordable every day. Call 1-800-DENTURE for the location near you. Affordable Dentures and Implants, go ahead and smile. Triple T Traffic 95.5 WSB.
If it's happening on the streets of
There are
Atlanta,
now more cases of Georgians getting very sick.
if it's happening on the roads leading to
Heading
Atlanta,
south, those delays start just south of 485.
we've got it
Classes
covered.
are back in session at Decatur City Schools.
Your 24/7 news source.
Covering the stories that impact you.
Tune in throughout the day to stay up to date.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
When you're looking for leading cardiac care, look to Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with 95% patient recommendations. You could say we're #1 in the heart of Georgia. We lead with 100 dedicated cardiovascular doctors, so you'll know your heart is in the best hands. We lead with compassion, because you are at the heart of our care. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with heart.
I'm with Chris Hoffman, host of Money Unleashed here on WSB. The 401k is the primary savings tool for many of us. Do you know what's in it? Would you like to know more? Chris Hoffman is offering you a chance to get your very own 401k x-ray.
We can do a complete study for you. You don't have to sit here and have us do it in front of you. We'll take the hours it takes for us to research everything, populate everything, run these reports for you, and we give you the report. It's about a 10, 14-page report. It basically shows you how your portfolio has behaved over the past year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. It also shows you the risk profile of that mix of asset classes that you have in there. It'll show you how much money you've got in bonds versus stocks versus alternative versus cash. It'll also give you a scatter plot diagram, which basically tells you what positions are highly volatile or are underperforming your overall portfolio mix. So really in-depth report, great study. Everybody seems to find value in it. So let us do that for you before you even come in for your first appointment. We'd have that and we'll give it to you. It's a great way to start, and it gives you information on your current portfolio. And there's usually 2 or 3 really nice golden nuggets in there of things that you can affect change on. I would take this opportunity to call us or go online and order your personalized portfolio x-ray.
Get the most out of your 401k by calling right now, 404-737-3858. That's 404-737-3858. And ask for your personalized 401k x-ray. Do it today.
Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group, Incorporated. Georgia Insurance License Number 163546.
Your attic is like a 5-star resort to critters, and they're ready to move in. Christina Edwards here for Breda Pest Management. If critters are creeping in your attic, better call Breda to get a highly trained expert to kick those critters out. Under the Breda Wildlife Guarantee, if any critters return, you're covered at no additional cost. Breda Pest Management. They handle bugs and critters. BREDA Pest.com.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
You love free, and at Ameris Bank, so do we. That's why we're proud to offer worry-free, hassle-free Ameris Bank free checking. Manage your money your way with convenient access to digital, mobile, and telephone banking, all with no monthly service fee or minimum balance requirements. At Ameris Bank, we're with you. For more information or to open an account, visit our local bankers in person or online at amerisbank.com/free checking. Other fees such as overdraft fees may apply. Ameris Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If you have COPD, here are some reasons to go see your pulmonologist again. 1. Those flare-ups you keep having, they have the chance to cause permanent lung damage. 2. We now know a certain type of inflammation can cause flare-ups for some people. And 3.
When can I see Grandma?
Need more reasons? Visit www.livewithcopd.com.
All right, because I'm nice, one more time. This hour's keyword for the WSB 5K a day bonus blitz is CASH, cash. Go to the WSB Radio app or WSBradio.com/cash for your chance to win. Again, that keyword is CASH, cash. Let's do one more. One more here. See if you can pique my interest in a
You've
story.
got a lot of breaking news here in Homer No
I
Thanks.
know. It's been bumming me out.
This one
how
is-
all of our Social Security numbers have been stolen. And
We got a lot of drugs here
basically,
in
we're all
Georgia, too.
screwed. You know, I want to say, Your Honor, whoever you are, wherever you want, everybody gets a pass. I don't know. Let's just assume all of our identities have been stolen.
The hackers took that loan out 10 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How long do I know that they've had my Social Security number? I just go back, just reset everybody at 0.
These hackers started this OnlyFans account, not me.
Yeah. I don't know why people are asking me about these items.
I didn't put those in my cart. What are you talking
I've
about?
never bought anything with the word flesh in it. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. That's somebody, obviously, is one of these hackers. I tell you, that's a problem.
Well, just return it, and we'll credit you for the purchase.
How can I return it? I didn't buy it. And besides, it's
Oh.
disgusting now. You don't want it.
Okay, but if you, yeah,
I don't even think I could recycle this item at this point. You know, it leaks into the groundwater and all that. You don't want that sort of thing
put it
happening.
in the Goodwill pile.
Oh,
yeah, let those poor families deal with it.
Yeah, some people need that.
That's right.
stuff,
I do
feel.
Yeah, you got to get a used flesh thing.
You can make one with cornstarch, water, and a tube.
Oh yeah, with a Pringles can.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Mr. Wizard.
You're welcome.
All right.
Don't say you don't learn anything on the Von Hester Doctrine.
There's always things to be learned.
All right,
what-
from Natalie Rawl over at Yahoo Life, an Australian meteorologist named Nate Byrne had a panic attack while on live TV. And here's the moment.
Wait,
here.
I'm supposed to tell
Oh,
you whether or not I'm interested.
That's right.
Yes, this is interesting.
As somebody,
You handled it really well.
well, I mean, I feel like, Yeah, but then it becomes his brand or something. It's like, oh, he's having another one of those. Like he's known as the guy who has panic attacks. Now, I cannot laugh because, let me tell you, I went through about 10 years of my life where I had wicked panic attacks.
We've got big falls right through that part of the country, and we're going to see lots more rain in the days ahead. I'm actually going to need to stop for a second. Some of you may know that I occasionally get affected by some panic attacks, and actually that's happening right now. Lisa, maybe I could hand back to you.
You certainly can, Nate. And Nate wrote a great piece on the ABC online website
She improvising
about
this? It almost
and I
feels
reckon
set
we
up.
might re-up
She's
it,
rolling
'cause
right
it's
into it.
Fantastic.
She's a pro.
That he has been so open and transparent about it, and the response when he first wrote about it.
She doesn't
and
seem
spoke about
surprised.
it, was that everyone said, "Oh, thank God,
Guys,
Nate's
this is,
not perfect.
we're running
we thought he
late.
was perfect,
Fake
but
the,
actually,
panic attack."
he's now sharing something."
Great, perfect. Thanks.
It worked. It worked. Panic attacks are terrible. There's nothing you can do about them when they. The only thing that for me is after a while, because I used to think I was going to die. And after a while, I think somewhere around the 15th or 16th panic attack over a few year stretch. And it just started to occur to me, well, I didn't die the other 16 times. And chances are I'm not going to die the 17th time.
So what happens? You just like lock up? I've never had a panic attack.
You just,
I've
it
gotten
just-
anxious before, but
well,
not
yeah,
had
it's anxiety to a much larger thing where you're
Just
just
lose
you're-
control of it.
You're just frightened. You think that your body is rebelling against you, and you think that you're shutting down, and you think that you're dying, and you're not. And it's like, and then you go to like an emergency room. This is all you need to know. If you go into an emergency room and you say, "I think I'm dying," and they tell you to take a seat and a number, just go home.
Yeah.
They know what dying people look like, and you're not it. Doug Turnbull still watching the travel advisory on I-20 eastbound.
We'll be on the scene in moments here with a crash. It's just a right lane or two open, 20 eastbound after Sigmund Road, exit 78 to Rockdale County. The delay is getting more intense now, leaving the Evansville exit 74 area. Mall Parkway becomes Irish Drive. You've also got Dogwood Drive as alternates there, plus Covington Highway. You do not want to sit in that I-20 mess as you leave the Stonecrest area. Downtown backups are stacked both ways, 75, 85, as you head north and south on the connectors through the heart of the city, but no big wrecks reported blocking lanes. Travel advisory still in from Gainesville, Andrew Seago.
That it is. We're still working that crash. 985 southbound at exit 16 to Highway 53. Those delays stretching to a couple of miles. You want to use Highway 13 as an alternate elsewhere. The volume slowing you down heading north through Duluth. I-85, you're on and off those brakes from Boggs Road all the way up to the 985 interchange. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for over 30,000 mouth-watering choices with savings beyond low prices, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. More savings and more inspiring flavors make Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Right now, you can save on just picked red, white, or black seedless grapes. They're on sale for $1.49 a pound with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Don't get fooled by window fiction.
It's Ted and Jonathan from North Georgia Replacement Windows. Now they're calling it vinyl composite, but no matter how they say it, vinyl windows are still bulky, cheap, and plastic.
Infinity from Marvin fiberglass windows are beautiful, not big and bulky like vinyl composite windows.
Experience the fiberglass difference at your home or in our new Alpharetta showroom. 0% interest available.
Infinity from Marvin, replacement windows, yeah! 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
You fell in love with her because she's unlike any other woman in the world. So why settle for an ordinary engagement ring you can find almost anywhere? Well, I know a place where you can design your own custom engagement ring. Terra Fine Jewelry Company. At Terra, the styles and designs are endless, and their expert jewelers make it easy to bring your personally designed engagement ring to life. Your bride-to-be deserves more than a cookie-cutter engagement ring, so explore the vast options of custom design rings at Terra Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort, Georgia. Terra Fine Jewelry Company.
A secure retirement just doesn't happen by accident. When that day comes, what's most important to you? Are you sure to have more money than month? What about unexpected medical costs? Do you want to leave something to the kids or the grandkids? I'm Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I want you to know we specialize in these questions and can help make your retirement dream a reality with some of the highest guarantees in the business. Imagine getting up to a guaranteed 12% growth on your retirement income and up to a 30% bonus up front just for opening an account. If you have funds sitting idle in an old 401k or IRA, consider guaranteeing it to secure the peace of mind you deserve. Don't leave your financial security to chance. Take advantage of the highest guarantees I've seen in my career. Call Trajan today at 678-888-3300. That's 678-888-3300. Or visit us online at TrajanWealth.com.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims-paying ability of the issuing insurance company.
Shane Company has been servicing Atlanta for nearly 50 years, and we know exactly how to help you find your dream engagement ring, no matter your budget, and we'll protect it with a free lifetime warranty. Come visit us in Duluth, Alpharetta, or Kennesaw. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story, arsonists targeting the Atlanta Public Safety Training Center strike again.
We do have reason to believe this was a effort and a continued pattern by individuals to impact the safety of our city by stopping the construction of the Atlanta Public Safety Training Center.
Police Chief Darren Shearbaum says they are searching for 2 suspects in this latest incident. They set fire to a construction facility, or construction equipment rather, at a DeKalb County construction site early this morning. The chief is asking neighbors off Memorial Drive to check their doorbell cameras to see if they may have video of the suspects running away from the scene. It is 89 degrees in Atlanta. Is there any rain in our near future? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. This just in. Gwinnett police are on the scene of a homicide investigation in the 6200 block of Josephine Road in Doraville. We are working to learn more about this developing story. A man in this country illegally enters a plea today in the chase and crash that killed a Georgia State trooper on I-85 earlier this year. Gerson Ayala Rodriguez pleads guilty to homicide by vehicle.
Mr. Rodriguez is not a United States citizen. He was a national from Guatemala.
Gwinnett County Chief Assistant District Attorney John Melvin says Rodriguez is sentenced today to 22 years with 17 to serve in prison. 28-year-old trooper Jimmy Sinescar was killed on January 28th while trying to stop a motorcyclist when his patrol car hit an embankment near State Route 317 in Sewanee. Shocking allegations of mistreatment of pregnant women in Georgia prisons is detailed today before a U.S. Senate subcommittee hearing in Atlanta.
Between 50 and 100 women give birth in Georgia prisons every year, according to data from nonprofit Motherhood Behind Bars. In 2019, while jailed in Clayton County, Tiana Hill testifies she was one of those women and her pleas for help were ignored.
No woman who is pregnant should have to go through this.
Her baby was born premature and died 5 days later, and Hill was placed in solitary confinement with no mental health support.
Somebody else needs to be punished. Something needs to happen.
We've reached out to the Clayton County Sheriff's Office for comment. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
New details today on the arrest of a Georgia State lawmaker last week. The Georgia State Patrol incident report says there was a strong odor of alcohol coming from the representative Devin Sebaw's breath. The trooper who arrested him says Sebaugh was unsteady on his feet and had bloodshot eyes. He's facing 7 charges, including DUI. Sebaugh is accused of driving in a bike lane along Memorial Drive, causing a cyclist to crash. Sebaugh says he was not intoxicated and there was not proper signage indicating there was a bike lane. Atlanta ranks among the highest in the nation when it comes to the number of new apartments under construction.
A study from Rent Cafe places Atlanta at number 5 in the country for the number of new apartments expected to finish construction before the end of the year. It finds the metro will have about 18,500 new units for rent. New York City ranks first at nearly 33,000 units. The study says the demand for new apartments in Atlanta is fueled by the city's rising prominence as a transportation hub, the business environment, and population growth. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
New car payments reach a staggering all-time high.
Because of record high sticker prices and elevated borrowing rates, average monthly payments on a new car hit an all-time high in the spring second quarter, $740 per month. and nearly 1 in 5 of those topped $1,000 a month. That's despite some loans stretching to as far as 69 months, almost 6 years, according to Edmunds.com. I'm Bloomberg's Tom Busby for 95.5 WSB.
The World Health Organization declares the Mpox outbreaks in Congo and elsewhere in Africa a global emergency.
It's a call to arms, really, to try and mobilize not just medical resources, but political resources as well.
The BBC's Dominic Hughes says cases are confirmed among children and adults in more than a dozen countries. There are more than 500 deaths among over 14,000 cases in Africa. It is now 5:34, and this news is sponsored by John Foy and Associates. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic starts with Doug Turnbull.
Flying over the East Freeway and Myers is right. Skunk 20 eastbound coming over from the Evansville area out to where the crash is cleared around Sigmund Road, exit number 78. I see inbound backups here at I-20 westbound passing the Evansville Panola Road area and headed toward I-285, so I'll be checking on trouble there. We've also seen 985 south, a travel advisory up between Gainesville and Oakwood. A crash should be clearing soon out of the right lane before Highway 13, exit number 17. You can use Highway 13 as an alternate. And now we throw some yellow laundry on 85 south, southwest of town. Veronica Harrell, Blue Kimberger Traffic Center.
Yeah, it's a travel advisory. A crash, 85 southbound. It's below 138 Jonesboro Road, exit 61. The two left lanes are blocked, so avoid all of that by using Highway 29 over into Fairburn. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Fair skies this evening, a little bit more humid as well. Sunset around 8:30. Temperatures will be in the low 80s at that time, cooling down to the upper 60s to low 70s tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, just an isolated chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm, high 91. Friday, partly cloudy, watching for scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, high 90. Saturday, a line of heavy rain and thunderstorms will move through the late morning into the afternoon hours, high 91. Sunday, partly cloudy, a few pop-up storms possible, high 92.
It's 91 in Norcross, 89 in Riverdale, and 91 in Ackworth. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Back to school doesn't mean the end of summer activities, but it does mean a lot more traffic on the roads with school buses, carpool parents, and everyone trying to figure it out. Doug Turnbull here, and all it takes is one distracted driver to turn your summer and your life upside down. If you've been injured in a life-changing wreck, make the life-changing call to the Strong Arm, John Foy and Associates. It's the team I trust with the experience and winning track record to fight for you, and there's no cost until they win your case. JohnFoy.com.
Are you a builder in need of permit documents today? Sketchhouse Architects is approaching architecture in a way never seen before with next-day architectural services. Our fees are incredibly low and our quality is very high. Sketchhouse is a full-service architectural firm with multiple licensed architects on staff that will fast-track your project from cocktail napkin sketch all the way through permitting without slowing you down. Don't get caught with a stop work order. Call Sketchhouse Architects and let's get started. Visit sketchhouse.com. That's sketch, H-A-U-S, sketchhouse.com.
High five! Up top! Heck yeah!
Dave's company just got the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business.
Yeah, 5 years!
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
High five for gig speed.
5 years of advanced security.
Security win.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Our rate ain't changing.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
There it is.
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Woohoo!
Now he's got savings.
I'm so excited.
Yep, Dave's feeling it. But it's only for a limited time, so don't wait. Switch today and ask how to get the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Powering 5 years of savings. Powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping. Woo!
Ends 8/21/24. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Steelhorse Law specializes in motorcycle accidents involving trucks. SteelhorseLaw.com.
Well, that was non-FCC friendly off-air conversation we had.
Oh, the mics were hot the whole time, Eric.
This happens. This happens when Dr. Joe shows up. Mouth of a sailor. Let's do this.
It's time for Wellness Wednesday with Dr. Joe.
It's alliteration.
Yes.
Wellness starts with a W, and Wednesday starts with a W, and we're in radio. So whenever you can do a 2 for Tuesday.
And we're on radio. Yeah.
Thursday throwback.
Yeah, radio. Yeah. On a radio.
Okay.
Whoa.
Do you want to stick around? Or
I'm sorry.
Are you
sir.
planning on doing it a full segment, or you just want me to kick you out like that country star kicked that guy out of the concert?
Getting rid of Carly Pierce.
Yeah.
Carly Pierce got rid of the
I gotta
person.
say, he probably was a jerk, but it is hilarious that the reason he got kicked out. What's her name?
Carly Pierce.
Yeah, she stops in her show and she says, let me tell y'all a little something about myself. And the guy yells, "Nobody cares."
What do you mean?
And then she just went off on this guy and had him kicked out and everything.
Get him out of here. I do not want him at my show. Get out of my show.
All right, that's way too long. That's enough.
Somebody
She
get
just
out
goes
of here.
on. She goes on and on and on. But you gotta admit that's pretty funny. Hey, I can see you with a guitar. Let me tell you a little bit something about mine. She's probably in her mind. She's like, this is the personal part of the show. The audience wants to get to know me better. Let me tell you a little something about myself. Nobody cares. He may be the biggest jerk in the world, but that is funny.
It was funny.
All right. So, and I would not have kicked him out of the live lounge. I would have put him in the back.
In the corner.
You know, Mike, go back to the old ways.
The live lounge is not that big.
Have a dunce cap. Just set the guy over there. You can stay, but you got to sit over there in the corner. You got to wear a dunce cap, just like the old days. A little bit of shame. A little bit of shame goes a long way. All right, Dr. Joe is here, not just because Wellness and Wednesday are alliterative and we're radio hacks, but because we want to help people out with. Now we don't care about your particular ailment.
Right. You can't call in with like an itch or
No,
something like
an
that.
itch or a scratch or a rash. We're not interested in that, but we are interested in overall wellness. And so let's hear some stories about wellness, and Dr. Joe can clarify and elucidate.
And it's nice to have Dr. Joe back in his normal slot, too, because last week we had Therapy Thursday because of all the changes.
That freaked people out.
It really did. Didn't
really
test
freaked.
as well as Wellness Wednesday.
Tim
So
didn't even come in. He just left his
Yeah,
seat.
I couldn't.
Like
I
everybody
couldn't.
was.
Nope. I'm going to a show.
I'm going to fish. Goodbye.
All right. So what do you got?
From the New York Post, and a new AI models has a 98.
A new AI models?
Yeah, a new AI model has a 98% accuracy test in detecting diseases just by looking at your tongue. So it's accurate 98% of the time.
So it 3D maps your tongue.
Uh-huh.
This is old. This is Chinese healthcare.
Yes, it is.
So
Absolutely.
for the longest time in China, and I guess your tongue does have certain colors that reflect certain larger things going on.
Yes.
Health-wise. So that's always been there. So kind of like a little bit of folk doctoring there in China. But this is a 3D mapping of your mouth. And do you believe in this?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
what is it? What are the color changes and what do they signify?
Indigo and violet could be vascular or gastrointestinal problems.
That's probably
There's actually something called hairy tongue. Actually, that's a real word.
Hairy tongue.
Hairy tongue, and if your hair it looks like it's growing like fuzz on it, it's usually a severe reaction to drug overdose. Medication usually.
Sounds like a college mascot.
Is that so? What? How would that? Yes.
We got Hairy Dog in Georgia.
Hairy Dog.
Hairy tongue. That's the rival.
Oh boy. Oh no. The tongues,
Alabama's going to change.
The tongues are coming to town.
We're gonna lick them.
They're tough.
Lick them.
Those tongues.
Lick them.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, at that point, you're already having an adverse reaction. You mean you're talking about not a drug addict? You're talking about somebody taking
medication.
Medication.
Yes.
And if you start growing hair on your tongue, you should stop taking that.
Yeah, well,
medication?
it looks hair. It's fuzzy. It's almost like more
Is
of a
it like
mossy
white? Is it a white?
That's usually black. The white tongue
Really?
can also be liver toxicity, but many times that's related to colon if you have a white tongue.
How come? That seems
Your body
counterintuitive.
Yes.
So
never thought of it that way before. Jared's checking right now.
I'm checking my tongue now. I'm great.
Yeah, how come this is not something that doctors in America? I've never been. I mean, the only reason they want you to, stick out your tongue and say it's because they want to check your throat. How come there's not a thing about this? I've never heard of this.
Well, this is
if it's 98%
Oriental
accurate.
medicine. Well, it's Oriental medicine. You have to learn it, and that means you have to learn
Asian,
something.
not
Asian.
Oriental.
I'm sorry. Oh, that's
Oriental
right. Oriental's a rug.
is
That's
a
right.
rug or a
Thank
yes.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
People are Asian.
Yes. So in Asian,
Just got-
I'm
never
offended.
in
I am
both.
so offended. As
I tell you
Yamamoto.
what.
Eastern medicine. How about that?
He's Yamamoto in name only. Look at him.
yeah. He's not offended too
He
much.
is-
I am extremely offended.
Look at him. He's Bolivian. He's Bolivian with a Japanese last name. That's exactly what's
I'm
going
as
on
much
there.
Bolivian as I am Japanese.
I know.
Do you know
but,
what the Yamamoto Gold is? I never asked you that.
The Yamamoto Gold? No,
You
I
don't know
do
about the Yamamoto Gold?
No, what's that?
Oh,
What
he
is
was
that?
a
So, like,
general.
is that Oh.
He was a general in World War II.
I
and
thought
he
it was
had
like a great strain of
Admiral.
marijuana. in the
No,
70s.
Admiral
Yeah.
Was it Admiral?
Yeah.
And he had
Yamamoto
the
Gold.
gold, and he hid it, hoping that when Japan won the war, they can go back and get it. And apparently, it's billions and billions of dollars.
Come on, that's a myth.
It's a story. I say found some of it, but they say there's a lot more buried, and it's the Yamamoto Gold.
I thought it was
I think I'm near to
no
it.
stems, no seeds that you don't
Yeah,
need.
yeah,
exactly. Yamamoto Gold.
That's the good
is
stuff, man. Yeah,
Badass weed.
Not like when you were young. This stuff you just look at it and you get high, right?
Oh, what are you talking? Me?
Not you.
When I was a kid?
Yeah, that
I
was weak stuff
I
back
was a
then.
straight shooter.
And what happened?
Tie stick only.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was. It was below mids. It's called
so-
ragweed.
Lows.
Ragweed, full of seeds.
Yep, didn't matter, you know.
You're
There's
with your
oregano.
friends.
Yeah.
Somehow you're outside with your friends in some forested area. Everybody's having fun.
Uh-huh.
Who cares?
Get that
Who
nice
cares?
fresh oregano smell.
What do you want, the
So
best
you may
stuff?
be the heir to the Yamamoto Gold. You
I
don't
need to
know
check
that.
the will.
I think
see
so.
if I am.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yamamoto Gold. If he's the heir to the Yamamoto Gold, that means he's an enemy of the United States of America.
That's right. So
I'm American
Yamamoto
through and
is
through.
too. That's
Thank you
right.
very much.
So you would turn down to billions of dollars.
Not me.
Stay
I'd turn
there.
my back on the country in a second.
Gone.
Billions of dollars? Hey, Vladimir. Vlad!
Buddy!
Vlad!
Have this
$1 billion at this point? You know, maybe if I was 20, maybe not. But at this point,
Yeah.
I'll take $1 billion. Get myself a little dacha.
Yep.
You could be
The black, what is it?
brand new type of oligarch in our country.
Yeah, just want to give him a nice place with a good view of the Black Sea.
You'd be
I'll
good.
be happy.
Yeah.
I'll be a happy guy.
St. Petersburg.
Yeah, Ukraine's moving in, though. You know, you may have to move then.
Oh, you're buying these stories.
know.
You're buying these
I
stories.
just did that to
I
annoy you.
just did.
400 square miles.
All it means is that more Ukrainians can die for more years. I'm telling you right now.
Give you a little bit.
As far as
Yeah.
Russia is concerned, a non-neutral Ukraine is an existential threat. It doesn't matter whether you've been taught something different. What you think and what you've been taught by your government and your media does not matter to the reality that Russia considers a non-neutral Ukraine to be an existential threat. And when you think something's an existential threat, you fight until the very end, because if you lose,
it's done.
You no longer exist.
Right.
That's an existential threat. So people in this country think it's something that it's not, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I see all these lately, you know, with drudges like, oh, this is the nightmare. Vlad is okay. Yeah. When I see victory, then I'll say, okay, I was wrong, but I was not wrong. There's no way that Ukraine can win this war without
Maybe-
us getting involved.
well, the
and if we get involved and get on the ground, then it's World War III. So
Right.
we can't get involved. So it's
maybe they take enough of Russia's land, and then Russia decides, okay, you can have the Donbass back, and then you guys give us our land back.
Negotiation point.
Yeah.
or just stay where you are. We'll keep the Donbass.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Ours is better than yours.
There's that sticky little thing that most Americans don't know, that like 85% of the people who live in the Donbass region speak Russian and consider themselves Russian. But hey, listen, we're saving democracy. Is that what makes you feel better? Then yeah, go with that one. Doug Turnbull says there's a travel advisory on 85 southbound into Union City.
And we are en route from the western suburbs right now on 85 southwest of town, southbound below Highway 138, Jonesboro Road, exit 64, a crash in the two left lanes. At times they have to position the equipment and block all lanes. They're trying to get this wreck clear on and off the brakes. 85 already below 285 below the airport. Use Highway 29, Roosevelt Highway, your alternate. Get onto 85 via Highway 74, Sonoy Road, or points below. A lot of the rest of the freeways are in the rush hour grind, though heavier than normal with that travel advisory out of Gainesville on the right lane to crash. 985 south before Highway 13, exit 17. You can use 13 as an alternate toward Oakwood. Still rough on that East Freeway. Andrew Stico, Cool Break, Evergreen Traffic Center.
Seeing those brake lights slowing you down in large parts of I-20 eastbound through DeKalb. Those brake lights catch you Wesley Chapel Road. You are on and off that pedal all the way past Evans Mill Road, exit 74. This report sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Learn more about their support of Common Threads and nutrition education at anthem.com/stream. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Blue Cross Blue Shield Healthcare Plan of Georgia, Inc. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
It pays to have the WSB radio app. Download it today and get ready for the Blitz.
WSB 5K a day bonus blitz. 5 chances every weekday to win $1,000.
Your next chance to win is tomorrow morning at 8. It's a Blitz.
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz.
From 95.5 WSB.
Download the WSB radio app now.
Summer's over for your kids. They're back to school, but mosquito season is far from over. Christina Edwards here for Breda Pest Management. Mosquitoes are disgusting germ factories that sometimes carry viruses. Quit your itching. Nobody is better than Breda at beating mosquitoes and protecting your family from mosquito-borne viruses. If mosquitoes return within 30 days, only Breda will come back and retreat for free. BREDApest.com.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
All my life I wore contacts with no problems, and a few years ago my reading gave out and I started having to wear reading glasses. After a while I got frustrated and I went to see Dr. Ashraf regarding my options. Instead of LASIK, I opted for laser optics procedure. Believe me, this is amazing. Most of my day I do not use any glasses, even for reading. As an added bonus, my insurance covered most of the cost.
Hi, this is Dr. Ashraf of the Atlanta Vision Institute. I'm proud to be one of the first physicians to offer the laser optics procedure. This procedure uses LASIK technology to improve your distance vision, but also helps to restore your reading vision. As a matter of fact, most of my patients are able to read a menu or see their phones without the need for reading glasses. So if you can relate to Bill's frustrations, come see me and see if you're a candidate for the laser optics procedure.
If you would like to learn more about the procedure and find out if you're covered by insurance, visit Atlanta2020.com. That's Atlanta2020.com.
Oh no! The garage door spring broke.
Never fear. Balanced Garage Door fixes broken springs fast. And we offer same-day service. And best of all, Balanced Garage never, ever, ever charges for a service call. Go to balancedgaragedoors.com. That's balancedgaragedoors.com.
At City of Hope, we are driven to stop lung cancer, to respond to its every change, its every mutation with a new treatment approach, to meet the most complex cases with the latest innovations, to analyze cancer down to its DNA, then fight it with the newest surgical, radiation, and immunotherapies, to never give up, so you can be driven by hope. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. As a business owner in these uncertain economic times, you struggle to guard your life's work against unexpected challenges. But can it withstand the sudden disruption of a divorce? When your hard-earned work is at risk, count on our experience and advocacy in handling these matters at Cordell & Cordell.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Atlanta area attorneys. 404-793-0000. 1 Glen Lake Parkway Northeast, Suite 975, Atlanta, Georgia, 30328. CordellCordell.com.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out heart-stopping letters, aggressively garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it seem impossible to ever get out of debt. Don't let the tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, the #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks that the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands. Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, they'll fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Well, his love of her tulips turned out to be more a result of erotica than anthomania.
Anthomania. Anthomania. Anthomania. Anthomania.
Yeah, anthomania, that was the word of the day.
Got it. Go to my WSB radio app.
Passionate love of flowers.
My God, I love tulips.
No, it's not that kind of love.
Do you like tulips on your stamen?
Oh, not that kind of thing. Although I led you there with my little...
I know.
So I blame me.
I wanted Autumn to jump in.
Well, she's in her car. God knows what's going on.
There she is.
She's sitting back, listening. I think she's
I feel
listening.
like sometimes we already take up so much of Dr. Joe's time.
Yes.
And then when I start getting into it, then
And your equipment is a little wonky today. Not
Hey,
terrible.
easy now.
No, a little bit, just a little bit wonky.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Not terrible, just a little bit wonky.
Okay.
What more wellness stories for Dr. Joe? After all, we didn't just bring him in here for his charming personality
and good looks.
Good looks. We brought him in here for his knowledge.
I think this also crosses over into.
This is interesting.
Or, sorry, it's a
reflex.
No, thanks.
New research from Harvard has found that men should please themselves at least 21 times per month.
I always knew that my behavior ultimately was healthy.
There you go.
When I was young, they warned that I would lose my eyesight.
And you do wear glasses.
I do wear glasses, but they're not a very strong prescription.
Your palms hairy?
I mean, compared to
me and Tim. Yeah.
Palms are not.
Okay.
Palms are not. And now I know, because listen, at my age, good luck finding someone who wants to entertain 21 of those a month.
Yeah, 21 a month.
You're gonna have to. I'm not 25. We didn't just meet each other, and
Yeah,
so
right.
So this is great. My whole life is working now. Now that I find out that behavior is considered healthy behavior. By the way, do you believe this? That the more
Yes.
you do that,
Yes.
and obviously,
Well, they don't
Your
have to please
prostate.
yourself. You can, so you need to be pleased by. They don't say who has to please you.
well, that's fine. What I'm
Yes,
saying is,
yes.
when you get into the 60s,
Yeah.
finding somebody
That's
who wants
true,
to
too, yeah.
please that way 21 times a month
That's
is
it. Yeah,
a little
they don't-
difficult.
Nobody.
Well,
But
difficult.
no, because the prostate, when you're young, the prostate has good blood supply, and it gets worked. And as we get older, we don't use it as much, and so that causes a lot of the swelling.
So it's true. If you don't use it, you lose it.
That's exactly right when it comes to the prostate. Absolutely true.
So I always thought this is the way this is not news to me. Although it was I always knew it was my idea.
Right.
But so I knew it wasn't now it's a medical idea.
Did Harvard give you credit in the report?
I feel like I'm validated.
Yes.
Because I always thought of it as like tricking evolution. So
Hmm.
all that evolution cares about is that you're trying to make more people.
Right.
Now, evolution doesn't know where this stuff is going.
Mm.
They don't know if the seed is finding purchase or not.
Mm-hmm.
So I say it's tricking. This guy, he's obviously still creating people. We got to leave him alone. He's doing his part, populating the earth.
And that's why you look so young.
Tricking evolution.
Now we know.
It turns out that I'm keeping the prostate cancer away.
Who knew socks could get pregnant?
You're not responsible, though. That's the good
true.
thing. You don't have to pay for it.
I wonder how many times this story is going to be used as a weapon.
At least 21 a month.
As a weapon in a marriage, right? Somebody pulls up this and be like, hey,
Hey.
honey. Like,
Yeah, but who wants to have that kind of sex? Who wants to have
That's right.
It's for my health.
Okay, all right.
It's for my health.
Okay, if it's for your health, that sounds like a good time. That sounds like a lot of fun. Doug Turnbull still watching delays on 85 southbound into Union City.
And I've just arrived on the scene here to this wreck. The car nosed into the wall, several rescue units behind it, and just a right lane open. I-85 south of Jonesboro Road, Highway 138, exit 64. This traffic is crawling down from below I-285, Highway 29, Roosevelt Highway to main alternate here. You can also run Oakley Industrial between 138 and Highway 74 is another way around it, but the better route around is Highway 29. We still have that travel advisory up heading south of the Lake Lanier area into Metro Atlanta. Veronica Harrell.
Yeah, it's a crash. 985 southbound north of Highway 13, exit 17. Right lane still taking out, slowing things down. Use Highway 13 through the Gainesville area. And moving over to I-85, watching brake lights 85 northbound as you approach 317, and then again 85 northbound as you get closer to 285 Spaghetti Junction. At Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
We weren't planning on selling our home, but our family's needs changed. I'm Caitlin, and selling our home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate was the best decision we made for our family. With over 11,000 five-star reviews, I had peace of mind knowing I could trust Mark Spain Real Estate to sell our home fast and for more than we were asking. If you're preparing to move, check out Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer. Go to markspain.com and see what their guaranteed offer would be on your home. There's no obligation. That's markspain.com and start packing.
At Ameris Bank, we're invested in the success of your business. Our local bankers are ready to help you improve your cash flow, optimize your operating accounts, and access financing when you need it. From treasury services and digital banking to loans and lines of credit, we offer tailored solutions to help your business thrive. At Ameris Bank, we're with you. Visit amerisbank.com/withyourbusiness or walk into one of our branches today to get started. Ameris Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Shane Company knows shopping for diamonds is a big deal. We've been servicing Atlanta for nearly 50 years, so we know exactly how to help you find your dream engagement ring. At Shane Company, we work with your budget. Choose from our beautiful hand-picked diamonds and gemstones. Select a setting, then add an engraving. It's that easy. Your ring also comes with a free lifetime warranty. Atlanta, this is our promise to you. Come check out one of our 3 local stores, Duluth, Alpharetta, or Kennesaw. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Here come Rock and Roll Hall of Famers. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. The Last Encores. August 18th at Cobb Energy Center. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons live.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, a desperate need for school bus drivers in Metro Atlanta.
Well, honestly, it's been a challenge.
Just 2 weeks into the new school year, some school districts are dealing with a shortage of drivers.
Fulton County Schools Executive Director of Transportation Vicki Cross tells me they are trying to hire 140 drivers.
What that means is we have approximately 70 routes that does not have a permanent driver on the route.
She says they've been getting creative, combining routes, having supervisors drive buses, and even having drivers double back. Fulton isn't alone, though. DeKalb is hiring for 75 open positions, and Clayton is hiring for 20, though they tell me they expect to have those filled in the next few weeks. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
90 degrees in Atlanta. When do scattered showers return? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Happening right now, Gwinnett police searching for a murder suspect in a neighborhood off Buford Highway. The suspect is accused of shooting and killing someone in the 6200 block of Josephine Road near Doraville. Stay with WSB. We are working to learn more. New information today on the man charged in the death of a Georgia State trooper during a high-speed chase earlier this year in Gwinnett County.
The suspect, Gerson Ayala Rodriguez, has pleaded guilty in the death of Trooper Jimmy Senescar. The trooper died during a high-speed chase with speeds of 140 miles an hour. Chief Assistant District Attorney John Melvin telling me.
Rodriguez is not a United States citizen. He was a national from Guatemala. So there may be a chance, may be deported during this sentence. I don't know.
So he was here illegally, is that what you're saying?
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
Rodriguez was sentenced to 22 years, 17 to serve. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta police are looking for 2 arson suspects who set fire to a construction site off Memorial Drive in DeKalb County early this morning. Chief Darren Shearbaum says they believe this fire was set by protesters who oppose the Atlanta Public Safety Training Center.
Individuals willing to stop the fire and police department from being effective do not care about daycare centers and homes nearby. That's why these individuals are a threat to the community.
They're asking for the public's help identifying the suspects. A $200,000 reward is offered for arrests in any of the arson cases linked to the training center. 3 women are sentenced today after pleading guilty in a shocking case of child abuse in DeKalb County.
Hit, pushed, shaken, and slammed to the floor, changing table, or cot. None of the victims older than 3. Now, it's 10 years with 5 to serve behind bars for Alexis Swain, caught on video abusing children at Apple Tree Learning Center. Police investigated the daycare in Stone Mountain after a mother saw injuries on her child's face. Corey Chambers, also recorded hitting, pushing, and shaking children, is sentenced to 4 months house arrest and 10 years probation. Daycare director Cassandra Chambers will serve a year on probation. She discovered the abuse on surveillance video and did not report it. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
A new federal complaint accuses the Fulton County school system of fostering an anti-Semitic environment.
Denise Katz-Prober with the Brandeis Center for Human Rights says they filed that Title VI complaint after learning that Jewish students are allegedly subjects of bullying and harassment.
The most egregious incidents, for instance, students telling an Israeli middle school student someone needs to bomb your country, and hey, somebody already did.
She claims the district knows about the bullying but hasn't taken action. But a district official says the claim is false. They say they always investigate inappropriate behavior when it's brought to their attention. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
Usher postpones tonight's show at State Farm Arena just hours before he was to take the stage. The Grammy winner was scheduled to begin his Past, Present, Future tour today. He writes on social media he is rescheduling it for a later date to give his body a second to rest and heal. No word on the status of his shows, the shows that are scheduled for Friday and Saturday nights in Atlanta. It is now 6:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, it's live team coverage of traffic and weather, and triple team traffic starts now with Doug Turnbull.
You're stepping into steel traffic. You get on 85 south below College Park, below I-285, bumper-to-bumper traffic, and a travel advisory. Just a right lane open, a crash nosed into the left wall, 85 south below Highway 138, Jonesboro Road, exit 64. A couple of crashes in the backup as well. The best alternate to try to head to Fairburn is Highway 29, Roosevelt Highway. A lot of the rest of the freeways are just in slow rush hour mode as we patrolled around town this afternoon. Still unusually heavy from Gainesville into Oakwood and Flowery Branch, though. Andrew Seco, Cool Ray Kemper Traffic Center.
That it is, Doug. We did see that earlier crash that has since cleared. 985 south approaching Highway 53, but those delays still really tough. Backing you a couple of miles. You want to avoid this stretch, use Highway 13 as an alternate. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
And now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast is sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of summer. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Fair skies this evening, a little bit more humid as well. Sunset around 8:30. Temperatures will be in the low 80s at that time, cooling down to the upper 60s to low 70s tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, just an isolated chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm, high 91. Friday, partly cloudy, watching for scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, high 90. Saturday, a line of heavy rain and thunderstorms will move through the late morning into the afternoon hours, high 91. Sunday, partly cloudy, a few pop-up storms possible, high 92.
Right now it's 86 in Oakwood, 90 in Kennesaw, 87 in Sandy Springs. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now.
Check your tongue. It doesn't look good. A little red. Could be a vascular issue. Oh, there you go. That's why.
I'm drinking Red Bull. I guess that would be one thing for this new test, the AI test that's 98% accurate just by 3D mapping your mouth and looking at your tongue and diagnosing your problems. Make sure you don't drink Kool-Aid right before you do that,
or
Red Bull
or something.
Like
blue. What does that mean?
One of those, what do they call those? Bomb pops or whatever.
Yeah.
I like those because it's somewhat violent, but it's red, white, and blue. It's my kind of
bomb. No Vegas bombs either.
Patriotic. When it comes to violence, I'm only for the patriotic kind. Thank you, because I'm a great American.
You also can't have the infamous drink, the Vegas bomb, which has got Red Bull in it as well, too.
Does it now?
Yeah, it's like vodka.
Oh, yeah. Stay up all night so that you can't go to sleep.
While drunk. Yeah.
Gamble away all of your money. Not just the stuff you brought. Come on. You got digital access to everything. You could
got your mortgage on your house.
Get that Janus fund going. Get something going. Come on, man. You feel it. This next roll is about you. Come on.
Feeling lucky.
You can't win unless you're willing to lose, right?
That's right.
All right. What else do we have on Wellness Wednesday?
Highly unorthodox to do this, but a CBS News package explains aging and when it happens more. Let's see if Dr. Joe agrees with it.
We don't age consistently. A Stanford University study finds that we age much more rapidly in our 40s and 60s than at any other point in life.
Yes.
Senior author Michael Snyder adds,
sometimes people ask, are the changes we see as people hit their 40s, is that due to menopause in women?
And the answer is no. We see them both in men and women, so we think these are pretty universal changes.
Snyder says knowing this can help people lead healthier lives longer by making appropriate changes. The study appears in the journal Nature Aging.
what?
Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
What's the strategy? Benjamin Button?
yeah,
go
right.
the other way? I mean, what the hell is he supposed to be doing?
Yourself,
Huh?
It's going to get worse faster.
Yeah.
So I guess, so what they're saying, around 40, you
Right.
age a lot, and
Right.
then again around 60, you age a lot.
again. And it makes sense, I guess, because 40, it's like, have I done everything I wanted to do? Have I aged out?
Right.
And then at 60, you're like, this is the final stretch now. I mean,
Yeah.
that's my take on it.
Well,
but
that's us, because we're in our 60s
we're in our
now.
60s. This is it, man.
And
This
so
is the final
life
leg.
changes. You got to figure out reasons.
Oh, yeah.
You got to figure out reasons. I'll tell you why.
Yes.
Because when you're 35, it's very natural in the conversation to say, "Yeah, you know what? By the time I'm 42, I want to be X, Y, Z." And when you're
Right.
42, you say, "You know what? By the time I'm 50, what I'd like to see is that I would be in this."
Right.
At 60, I'm not like, "Yeah, you know, at 66, I'd like to be alive."
Yeah.
That becomes
still have goals. Get Medicare, yeah.
It really does. What is your goal? Like these old people that go back and get their high school diplomas. Why?
Yeah. What good is that going to do
She
you?
was 90 years old. But you gotta get that. You gotta get that
Get a better job.
you've always wanted. now.
Getting a job at IBM. Cybersecurity at that age, yeah.
I think that they'll hire me now at Braniff Airlines.
Yeah, they don't say why it happens. They just say it does happen. So that information is pretty useless if we don't have any.
Well,
call
they're
to
acting
action.
like you can do something about it.
Yeah, you
So
can
when you're
act-
40, I guess it's a good time to do a lot of exercise.
Yes.
Around 40.
That's what I'm saying. I think
Yeah.
that you can they're saying that you can get away with not taking that good care of yourself before you're 40. And then once you're hit your 40s, then you got to really make sure that you're keeping yourself going. And then in your 60s, you can't give up. You got to keep going.
Yeah.
Game's over.
Well, it's just this Jared's only got 5. Hey,
what?
After 40, you get the face you deserve.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get on by with no sleep and one festival after another, and the upper that took the downer to the other side, and
Yep.
all of that. All of that works until you're 40.
So
And
wait,
just
when I'm-
ask Billy Joel. Look at that. Go
Oof.
look at an album
Yeah.
cover from when he's like 30.
So when I'm playing NCAA 30, I'm going to have the face I deserve then finally after staying up all night.
it'll be all red.
This guy, by the way, has a
bulbous
humble
nose.
brag because he wants you to know that he was up watching, this NCAA new video game everybody's crazy about.
Okay, yeah.
And it's the new trend too.
Not
yeah,
trendy. It's just
I got to go
intent.
online and let people know that I'm not going to be very good at work today because I got the NCAA.
The game hasn't been out for 10 years. It's
All
a
right,
big deal.
That's fine. But and this is impressive, unless the person he was playing against was just terrible. I don't know. But he was playing as a non-ranked team, North Carolina.
Right.
And he was playing a guy who was Texas, a very strong team. And he strategized in such a way that this Jared Yamamoto won the most boring game of all time.
It was incredibly boring.
12-7.
Wow.
I
But he
couldn't
did a
do
good
anything.
job. He realized that he didn't have the skill players. So what did you do? Just keep handing off and punting?
Yeah,
And
handed off. Just made sure I didn't turn the ball over at all, and made sure that
he's a game manager.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, just made the big plays when I needed to.
Don't lose. That was it. You won, don't lose. So
Yeah.
that's it.
Well, that's very impressive. Okay, now your humble brag is out of the way.
That's
I feel
yeah.
good now.
In 5 years, they're going to go, remember that stupid old game people used to play?
No, this one's going to be a relic.
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
It already
yeah.
is.
They're gonna
Pac-Man.
make
The
a, they're
people
gonna
are
make
still-
a movie out of it. Borderland 2. Everybody loved Borderland so much. Boy, that movie doesn't make any sense.
The casting for sure.
Kate Blanchett, like she was just in this great movie, Tar.
Yeah.
Like I have not seen it, but everyone I know, they could be like 70 or they could be 22. Everyone I know has seen this movie, says it's an excellent movie and she's amazing in it. And she turns around and she's in this disaster, Borderland.
Got to be money.
I'll tell you what, if we're going to have, so the part is a young lady who kicks ass. All right, Jim, I'm thinking we got to go with someone between 53 and 56 years of age. That would probably be the way to go. Yeah, good idea.
How about Gina Gershon? We need her too.
Yeah, is she in there too?
Yes.
It just makes no sense. It's got to be a write-off or something, right?
Maybe that's it. They had to lose some money, yeah.
They knew it stunk because it's been made for years, and I didn't hear anything about it. They just kind of snuck it into theaters.
Oh.
And it's got all these stars in it. Jack Black, his star was a little bit higher.
Yeah.
I'd
A
say
few
now,
months ago.
yeah, they probably should have released it earlier, considering what
Yes.
happened.
But I hear his
They
character.
should have done it
Yeah, I
should have released it. Should have known Kyle Gass was going to say
That's
something
right.
crazy.
He is
QAnon didn't produce the film, so.
supposedly they couldn't tell the future.
No.
I haven't seen it, obviously, and I'm sure that I probably never will. But Jack Black is just the voice of Jack Black in some android type of thing that is supposed to be the most annoying R2-D2 character in the history
It's
of the
annoying
world.
in the game. But now with Jack
so
Black
is he
doing the
supposed to
voice-
be?
Yeah, it's from
so
the game.
he's supposed to be annoying.
Yes.
But isn't the game from a while ago?
Wow, I lived alone when I
Yes.
played it, so it's at least
So when did you leave him, Autumn?
12 years ago. No. 2013, 2014 I was playing it.
The Red Letter Media has a review of it. You should watch it.
Who?
All right.
Who should
Red
watch
Letter
it?
You, Eric.
I watch Red Letter Media. What are you
Oh.
telling me? I know these things. Jared's the one who hates Red Letter Media. I don't know what it is.
I just can't stand
I
them.
don't know
you
what
know
it is. Longoria said, "Don't ever say that name in front of me." I don't know.
Oh.
Apparently,
Yeah.
it's quite.
He's
quite,
tough. You know what? I want to
divisive.
consume the information myself. I don't want to have somebody else tell me
Problem
it's
with Red
terrible.
Letter Media is I have to, in order to get into their thing, I have to say if I haven't seen the movie, it's going to get spoiled because they just don't even care, which is fine. It's great.
They say spoilers.
I know, but it's like then I'm okay. Now I've watched 15 minutes and I got to go away. So I don't mind when it's something like a total catastrophe, like Borderland, because I know I'm never going to watch the movie anyway. It's like when these YouTube channels get mad because some science fiction thing is all woke. I'm like, I'm not going to watch it anyway. So like The Acolyte to me was actually quite entertaining because I never watched it. I only watched the YouTube channels that took it down and said how terrible it was, and it was quite entertaining and funny.
Oh, I felt so bad. One of the characters, again, I was at GameStop getting this game, and I saw.
You went and purchased a physical game?
Yeah, that's how I got NCAA. Because I wanted to have. It's going to be a
With
relic.
GameStop, do you now also have 4 subscriptions to magazines you'd never read in your entire
No,
life?
no.
And when they used to do that, I'd buy my kid something from GameStop, and I'd find out that I'm subscribed to Entertainment Weekly for no good reason.
I was amazed looking at GameStop how similar it was to when the last time I was in there, which was probably like 10 years ago. But also
Same guy behind the counter.
Yeah, they do.
How you doing?
They basically have the same computers and everything.
Hey, they told me to learn how to code.
Yeah,
they were right. What do you want?
But when going in there, they had one of the characters from Acolyte, and it was on clearance for $7
already.
Yeah,
already.
I felt
Already.
so-
No, it obviously stunk. But I don't want to be one of those people they say, "Oh, you actually love The Acolyte." It's just that what do they say that you feel threatened?
Yes.
I
was
you don't like the
threatened,
idea
yeah.
of them. Because when I look out at night at all the stars, I feel like I'm in control until I start thinking that there might be a coven of lesbian space witches out there, and then I feel threatened, like I don't have control over the universe, and that threatens me. So
Yes.
obviously, I really liked it. I just can't admit it because I'm a man and I feel threatened.
I get it.
Boy, that's got to be a good way to keep a job as a terrible writer. Oh, no, it wasn't you. It's the audience. They feel threatened by what you're doing. You're good. Go ahead.
They're toxic.
I'm going to give you a raise. What a great cover. I'm held responsible for my audience size constantly. Constantly. That's why next week we are adding a new segment. Lesbian space witches. Seems to research well.
every Monday.
Will they be in the audio in the studio?
Only on Thursdays. Sorry. You're not going to see them.
Man, I miss them on Wednesdays then.
What is the it says I have to do it on Saturday for it to be alliteration.
Yeah.
It's Space Witch Saturday. Doug Turnbull says there's big jams on 85 southbound south of the airport.
We warned you all, do not go 85 south anywhere between College Park and Fairburn right now. Crash, only a right lane open. Travel advisory. The wreck, 85 south below Highway 138, Jonesboro Road, exit 64, and Highway 29, Roosevelt Highway, the main alternate there. If you're stuck in the backups, jump off onto Highway 138 and head just east of the interstate. They'll use Oakley Industrial to get down to Highway 74, Sonoy Road. I'm now en route to Tucker. New trouble in the center lane. Stalled big rig, 285 south at Lawrenceville Highway. Highway 29, exit 38, adding to the delays out of Doraville back before I-85. Is this another problem in Gainesville? Veronica Harrell, Cool Ray Everett Traffic Center.
Well, by golly, it is. Traffic Trooper Christie says a new crash, 985 southbound before State Route 60, exit 20. It knocks out the left lane, keeping you slow. So just avoid all of those backups through Gainesville by using Highway 13. And this report brought to you by Affordable Dentures and Implants. Get your smile back. Affordable Dentures and Implants in the Atlanta area. Make new smiles affordable every day. Call 1-800-DENTURE for the location near you. Affordable Dentures and Implants. Go ahead and smile. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
It pays to have the WSB radio app. Download it today and get ready for the Blitz.
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz. 5 chances every weekday to win $1,000.
Your next chance to win is tomorrow at 8, 10, 12, 2, and 5. It's a Blitz.
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz.
From 95.5 WSB.
Download the WSB radio app now.
Does your home need new windows? This month only at Superior Pro, every 4th window is free. Save money on those high energy bills and get every 4th window free. For details, visit SuperiorPro.com.
The pros to know. I started noticing hair loss around high school, and it just killed my confidence.
Get your real hair back permanently with Advanced Hair.
I feel way more confident talking to people, making new friends, and that's all thanks to Advanced Hair.
Real stories, real results from the tens of thousands of Advanced Hair clients.
I didn't know that it was going to look so natural. The results that I got with Advanced Hair blew my expectations out of the water.
I wish I would have done this 5 or 10 years earlier.
I'm really glad I did it.
You don't have to live with hair loss. Advanced Hair is the solution.
Advanced Hair's one-day treatment starts regrowing your real hair the very next day. Guaranteed to grow for life. Right now, schedule a free August consultation at advancedhair.com with code WSB and save up to 25%. It's the final month of our best offer ever. So go right now to advancedhair.com, code WSB for up to 25% off. One-day treatment, life-changing results. AdvancedHair.com.
Hi, this is Earl Ron. At New South Window, we bring the factory to you. Our windows and doors are made with quality in mind, and your products and installation are backed by our lifetime warranty. That's because New South Window knows the importance of single source accountability. We believe in removing the middleman so you get more for your money. This is real factory direct. One company, one call, guaranteed for life. Get New South proud.
For a limited time only, when you buy more, you can save more. Visit newsouthwindow.com to learn more.
Don't let a cold, sinus infection, or allergies ruin your day. Breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier with Navage. Visit Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or a store near you.
Yeah, stop eating, Eric. It's time to do the show.
Excuse me. Ah.
Yeah.
Look, I multitask. I'm a very busy person, you know.
Yeah.
I got a lot of appearances tonight.
You got your omega-3 mix, and then you got your Red Bull, and you're ready to go,
Gotta
man.
keep it going.
Yeah.
Too many appearances. Don't want to let any of the fans down.
What are you doing tonight? You got plans?
No, I'm just going home.
I was going to say, yeah. When do you go out?
I have a mirror. And that's my biggest fan.
That's it?
All I do.
Who is that guy?
He looks a lot like me.
Yeah.
Do you ask yourself where Steve is?
Yeah. Hey, man, where's Steve? That was going to be the name of my autobiography at one time.
Still should?
Just where's Steve?
I don't know.
Question I heard for 20 years of my life.
Did
Now,
Steve,
that's an inside
Did Steve hear? Where's Eric?
No. Nobody cares about Eric.
Okay.
Everybody knows where Eric is. He's in his basement.
That's right.
Probably everything he's doing is legal.
Making sure that
you
you hit.
still wouldn't want to walk in on it. That's
Making sure he gets his 21 times every single month.
That's right.
Hey, listen, it's all about health.
That's right.
I want to live a day longer.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And, it spreads a little happiness along the way.
Nobody gets hurt.
Nobody
Victimless
gets
crime.
hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, there's a lot of crying in my brain.
Yeah.
But that's just because I'm the puppeteer. That's all. It's not real.
The happy puppet.
It's not real.
Oh.
All right. This Dr. Joe is threatening to leave very soon, so you need to give me another wellness stuff.
Would you guys like a large study from the University of Madrid?
How large?
It's huge. Huge
Because
study.
Madrid itself is not that large.
No.
So
believe
a
it or not.
study must be a bit smaller than the actual city limits.
It
I'll
is
take it.
It is a large study from the University of Madrid, and they have found that
Fat.
very fat. Yes.
Okay.
And they have found that
Thick. THIC.
THIC.
Fat. PHAT.
Look at you being hip.
They have found that older adults do not benefit from moderate drinking.
Shocking.
What a surprise. I don't think anybody, I think that these stories about how, oh yeah, go ahead, have 2 glasses of wine a night, I don't think it does anything. I think all these things.
For the tannins.
And your heart.
Yeah. And
No.
chocolate's good for you in this article, but it's bad for you in this one over here. And obviously, as you get older, recovering becomes a little more difficult.
For sure.
And also, as you get older, you just have to, like I've mentioned, I don't drink soda anymore. I don't drink Sprite or even Coke. I want to. There's a part of me that wants to, but I take a little drink, and my body goes, I don't know who you think you still are, but you're not that person.
I don't know. Sometimes on a really hot day, if you're nursing a hangover, there's nothing better than an ice cold Coke.
Yeah, you're 35.
Yeah.
So your body will put up with it. My point being.
I don't drink it very much, though,
You ever
anymore.
hear that thing is where somebody drops like a nail inside of a Coca-Cola?
And it eats it
dissolves.
away.
Now, does it eat it away in a year or
10
in
minutes.
Come on, no, it doesn't.
We'd
all be dead.
I don't get heartburn if I have a Mexican Coke, but I do if I have a regular.
Psychosomatic.
High fructose corn syrup.
That is psycho.
Anytime you're craving a Coke, what you really are craving is the Mexican Coke. The regular Cokes will do okay, but if you switch to those real sugar Cokes, it is just
so
it
tasty.
is
It's a little
the epitome
overrated.
of what Coke is supposed to taste like.
The real deal with Coca-Cola is supposed to have a little bit of cocaine in it. If you really want the original formula.
Yeah, where do we find that?
Give you a
Yeah.
little bit of extra step.
You pepper that in as you go.
Sure. I buy it off
You
the
lace
street
your
and
Coke.
dip it in there.
But
Add your own.
The Mexican Coke, when you say Mexican Coke, what you're really saying is Coke with real sugar.
Sugar cane.
Sugar cane.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's fine. Yeah, would I choose it over the corn syrup? Yes, but I do think it's somewhat overrated. I've had the Coke with
You need to
sugar
have
cane in it.
some extra.
I just think that people just get a little overhyped about stuff like that. Rather, no one can just go, yeah, it's a little better than the other.
It is a
It's
lot
everything
better.
has to be like,
I'm
the greatest thing since the beginning of
I'm
things
Team
that were
Tim
great.
and Team Autumn on this one, man. There is something better about a Mexican Coke than a.
Up top, Jared. Yeah.
Team Autumn. That does that. He's such a misogynist. Don't fall for that, Autumn. Don't fall for that misogyny coming from him.
I saw that movie.
Yeah.
Team Autumn?
Team Autumn?
Yeah. It wasn't her, but.
No.
It was an actress playing.
Somebody's
a
Googling that
lady
right now,
called
you
Autumn.
know?
Look at porn movies. Why do they
Team
even
Autumn.
change the names? What is the
It
point?
should just be porn number
Well, it should be
7,000.
storytelling.
Hey,
Storytelling.
Hey, Mary, you're Teresa. What's the sense? There's no reason. They should all just talk to each other by their porn names.
Ginger and
Ginger, and then like what are the guy names?
Mercedes.
Like
Buck.
Jackhammer.
Jack.
All right, Jackhammer and Bambi.
We still need good storytelling, Eric. Come on now.
We do need good storytelling, and apparently, if you believe porn films, then you don't need good acting
Wait
to
upon
tell
a
good
time.
stories.
The end.
Dr. Joe, let the world know how they can get more Dr. Joe.
Sunday nights right here, 7 to 9 to 8 to 10. They changed
All
my
right,
hours.
excuse
8 to
me,
10.
Mr. I didn't realize I was dealing with Joe Biden. Start again, Dr. Joe.
Sunday nights, 8 to 10, we're live right here. We do take your questions. If you have any health question, you want to make an appointment to come see us, we have offices in Marietta, Duluth, Stockbridge, and West Cobb. The website is drjoe.com, drjoe.com. Send me your questions.
Thank you, Dr. Joe. Doug Turnbull, still watching Big Jams by the airport.
Gonna have to call it a gridlock alert now. Standstill traffic basically out of College Park on 85 South below 285 where just the right lane's been opened. Entry crash below Jonesboro Road, Highway 138, exit 64. The main alternate, Roosevelt Highway, Highway 29. It's slow but moving better than the interstate. I'm just about to arrive here at the Cab County on the northeast inner loop, 285 South at Barnesville Highway, Highway 29. Stalled big rig in one of the center lanes. The jams arrive back before Beaufort Highway. Still dealing with a mess inbound from Gainesville, Andrew Seco.
That we are still looking at those heavy delays. 985 southbound from this crash. Highway 60, this exit 20, seeing a couple of miles of brake lights here. You want to avoid this altogether. Use Highway 13 to get around. Elsewhere, seeing the volume jamming up heading north on 85. Those brake lights start south of Spaghetti Junction. You are slowing and going all the way up towards Beaver Ruin Road, exit 102. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Welcome to the Financial Symphony High Note of the Week. Here's your host and founder of the Lloyd Advisory Group, Mark Lloyd.
Folks, retirement is more than just dollars and cents. It is, what are you going to do with your life? What's your sense of purpose? You know, we need to have that figured out on the front end. Makes retirement a whole lot more easier, and it could be doing charitable work. It could be Maybe it's a transition into a hobby that maybe you could even draw some extra income from. Retirement is not all or nothing. We could have a transition to retirement. And for those who have the financial means to retire but neglect the emotional needs and the planning process, this creates a challenge that you may not want to go down that road. You know, true contentment comes from more than just financial security. Money serves you as a tool to support your lifetime, but where your mind's at's another thing. Again, working with a holistic advisor, we're coaches as much as we are planners. And we love helping people. And this is how we have created, you know, what we've done through 3 decades of helping people and 3 generations of clients, is because that's where our heart's at. Our purpose is to help you create that purpose.
The phone number is 770-766-5611. That's 770-766-5611. Call today to get your retirement started on a high note. 770-766-5611.
Lloyd Advisory Services, LLC, Lloyd Advisory Group, a federally registered investment advisor under the Investment Advisors Act of 1940. Registration as an investment advisor does not imply a certain level of skill or training. Insurance products and services are offered through the Lloyd Advisory Group. Lloyd Advisory Services, LLC, and the Lloyd Advisory Group are affiliated but separate entities. The oral and written communications of an advisor provide you with information about which you determine to hire or retain an advisor. Lloyd Advisory Group, Form ADV Part 2A and 2B, can be obtained by visiting advisorinfo.sec.gov and search for our firm name. Neither the information nor any opinion expressed is to be construed as solicitation to buy or sell a security of personalized investment, tax, or legal advice.
The past few months have been incredibly tough for me. It's Belinda Skelton, and just before the holidays, my dad passed away. And now my brother and I are responsible for my mom's care needs. Balancing my role as wife, mom, and daughter have been overwhelming. My mom needs round-the-clock care, and I felt this guilt, like I had to do everything myself. Luckily, my brother and I were referred to Four Seasons Home Care. They've become our lifeline, ensuring mom is happy and well cared for right at home, where she wants to be. Four Seasons Home Care is local, family-run business, not a franchise or a national corporation, so trust me, they care. They helped us find compassionate caregivers, allowing me to focus on being a daughter. If you have aging parents, don't wait on this. Reach out to Four Seasons Home Care and start the conversation. It's a free call that can change everything. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
Conflict avoidance is sometimes a good thing, but not when you've been hit in a crash. Doug Turnbull for the Strong Arm, John Foy and Associates. If you've been hit, they will take the strong posture on your behalf. So after that wreck, get that free consultation at johnfoy.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top local story, it is happening now, a manhunt for a murder suspect in a neighborhood off Buford Highway. Gwinnett police tell us they are investigating a shooting in the 6200 block of Josephine Road. That is between Doraville and Norcross. They say an argument led to a man getting shot to death this afternoon. Homicide detectives are on the scene talking to witnesses right now. We are working to learn more about the suspect police are looking for, as well as a motive for the shooting and the victim's identity. Stay with WSB. It is now 90 degrees in Atlanta. We are in the midst of the dog days of summer. Do we have any rain chances ahead? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A man in the country illegally pleads guilty today in the chase and crash that killed a Georgia State trooper on I-85 earlier this year.
His name is Gerson Ayala Rodriguez. He pled guilty to homicide by vehicle in the first degree.
Gwinnett County Chief Assistant District Attorney John Melvin says Rodriguez is sentenced to 22 years with 17 to serve in prison. 28-year-old trooper Jimmy Sinescar was killed January 28th while trying to stop a motorcyclist when his patrol car hit an embankment near State Route 317 in Sewanee. A ticking time bomb. That's what Atlanta's police chief is saying today after arsonists set fire to a DeKalb County construction site. It appears to be the latest attack attacked by protesters against the Public Safety Training Center.
The blaze breaks out at a townhouse construction site on Memorial Drive just after 2 this morning. The 2 pieces of equipment that were set ablaze are very close to a fuel tanker and several homes. APD Chief Darren Shearbound says it's clear that the suspects responsible are not really concerned about the community.
Individuals willing to stop the fire and police department from being effective do not care about daycare centers and homes nearby. That's why these individuals are a threat to the community.
Officials are looking for 2 suspects and are urging neighbors to report anything suspicious to authorities. Michelle Wright, 95.5 WSB.
Allegations of mistreatment of women in Georgia prisons are brought to light today as a U.S. Senate subcommittee hearing in Atlanta.
A report from Motherhood Behind Bars finds 50 to 100 women give birth in Georgia prisons every year. Tiana Hill was one of those back in 2019 when she was jailed in Clayton County. She tells the committee her baby was born premature and her calls for help were ignored by jail staff.
It was one of the most scariest moments of my life.
Hill's baby died 5 days later. She says after that she was placed in solitary confinement instead of getting mental health support.
That's just one of the worst things that somebody can go through.
We've reached out to the Clayton County Sheriff's Office for comment. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
2 weeks into the new school year, and bus drivers are in short supply in several metro Atlanta school districts. Fulton County Schools Director of Transportation tells WSB they have 140 positions open.
What that means is we have approximately 70 routes that does not have a permanent driver on the route.
Vicki Cross telling WSB they've been getting creative to staff the routes, including having supervisors drive the buses. Fulton is not alone, though. DeKalb hiring for 75 open positions. Cobb is hiring for 40, and Clayton County trying to fill 20 positions. A new autonomous robot is helping boost security at an Atlanta apartment complex in a busy area of southeast Atlanta.
The 5'4", 420-pound pear-shaped Nightscope robot patrols the Wingate City Lights on Boulevard. Resident Tequila Smith tells me it makes her feel more secure, and she's known it to call for help when a neighbor got hit by a car.
The robot seen it, notified APD. APD pulled up. Paramedics pulled up, so it was kind of like prompt.
The 360-degree cameras and mics concerned Ashley Cloud.
It records people when they talk, and that's invading your privacy.
But Juanita Johnson just smiles at the robot's camera.
I be saying, hey, how you doing?
In southeast Atlanta, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
A new poll shows Vice President Harris leading or tied with former President Trump in a number of swing states. The survey from the Cook Political Report has Harris slightly leading Trump in Arizona, Michigan, North Carolina, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. They're tied here in Georgia, and Trump holds a lead over Harris in Nevada. It is now 6:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And triple team traffic starts now with Doug Turnbull.
Quite a mess forming of the northeast interloop 285 southbound at Lawrenceville Highway, Highway 29, exit 38. The 2 right lanes are blocked. Hero trying to tow a big rig out of the way. You're already jammed back toward Peachtree Boulevard. That is exit number 31. On 985 south, we've had a travel advisory up for an hour and a half. 2 different wrecks. The latest in the left lane before Highway 60, exit number 20. Couple of miles of delay there. Highway 13, the main alternate for it. And I think we still need an alternate southwest of town, but better news on what's been our biggest traffic problem of the afternoon. Veronica Harrell, Cool Ray, Evergreen Traffic Center.
Yeah, finally that crash, 85 southbound over at 138, exit 64. Finally all off to the right, but still fighting tough delays as you leave 285, so you still may want to use Highway 29 over into Fairburn. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Fair skies this evening, a little bit more humid as well. Sunset around 8:30. Temperatures will be in the low 80s at that time, cooling down to the upper 60s to low 70s tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, just an isolated chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm, high 91. Friday, partly cloudy, watching for scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, high 90. Saturday, a line of heavy rain and thunderstorms will move through the late morning into the afternoon hours, high 91. Sunday, partly cloudy, a few pop-up storms possible, high 92.
It's 90 in Midtown Atlanta, 84 in Dunwoody, and 90 in Jonesboro. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Retirement doesn't have to be complicated. Are you sick of all the fancy charts and investment mumbo-jumbo thrown at you to justify the Wall Street fees you're being charged? It's not the size of your nest egg that matters, but rather the income it can produce. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons, best-selling author and star in a brand new Hollywood documentary called The Retirement Decision. Deception. In this film, we traveled over 20,000 miles interviewing real Americans who have retired successfully with a great lifestyle and peace of mind. They share their stories on how they get more retirement income with the same dollar saved, and the money is never at risk if the market crashes. That's right. If the market crashes 30%, you lose nothing. Even the super wealthy are shifting money into this new strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. So if you are over 50 and want a bigger, better, stress-free retirement, call to talk to a specialist and get a free copy of this brand new movie, The Retirement Deception. 888-471-3896. This is a $30 value, but when you call today, you get it completely free. So don't delay. Call 888-471-3896. Again, that's 888-471-3896.
Steel Horse Law stands behind local riders. Do your research. SteelHorseLaw.com.
Hey, y'all, it's Eric. Are you in the market for a 2024 Sierra Light Duty pickup? Well, there are lots of them at Jim Hardman Buick GMC, the oldest Buick GMC dealership in Georgia, family-owned for over 40 years. Right now, you can save up to $11,000 on their new 2024 GMC Sierra Light Duty Crew Cab pickups using trade assistance. And they got all the packages, 5.3 V8, SLT, Denali, Elevation, a great selection. They've got over 350 new vehicles available and arriving daily. You don't have to worry about stock. They've got it at Jim Hardman Buick GMC up in Gainesville on Browns Bridge Road. Go to hardmancars.com to check them out. And I got to tell you, as a customer of Jim Hardman Buick GMC, their service department, hands down the best. You're going to feel comfortable. It's why they've been around for over 40 years. Repeat family customers because they treat you like family. Jim Hardman Buick GMC in Gainesville, hardmancars.com.
That's the only question to ask yourself. Just exactly how weird is this world? John Hinckley. You know who that is? Jared Yamamoto?
That's the person that shot Reagan, right?
Yes. Do you know why he shot Reagan?
Because he loved his wife.
No.
Or, I'm sorry, there was some... He
Jodie
wanted to impress.
Jodie
yeah.
Foster.
Jodie Foster. He wanted to impress Jodie Foster. Now, this came up in my algorithm. I don't know what I was watching that this came up in my algorithm. But John Hinckley, I forgot that he's not in prison anymore, and I don't think he's in a halfway house. Because remember that story last year or maybe the year before where some club owner, he has a band or something.
Yeah, he was touring.
And so I don't know if he was touring. He has a band, and the club owner was going to put him in like a New York City club.
He used to play piano, right?
I don't know what he plays.
Guitar.
I imagine he's a guitar player. But he's got a band, or he does his own little songs. And so there was, you may find this hard to believe, but there was some moral outrage that they were booking him, and they ended up canceling the gig. And that's the last I heard of him. But now he's showing up like he has messages of peace. This guy tried, Reagan lived through it. His press secretary, James Brady, was that his name?
James Brady.
I mean, he did not. He was turned from...
he had brain damage.
He had total brain damage the rest of his life. That's why the Brady Bill and all that kind of stuff. So however you feel about all that stuff is how you feel about politics. But when we look at this guy and say, well, Reagan did live and he went on and he had another term and everything like that. But there's this other guy who was turned into almost a vegetable. Not quite, but I mean, almost. I mean, he was the press secretary, made his living speaking. And so when people look at this Hinckley, maybe there's a part of him that says, well, Reagan did live, and but there's another guy whose life he ruined. So anyway, he's now showing up online. I don't know who the audience is for this assassin wannabes who preach peace online. But he has a message of peace.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing great. I know there's a lot of violence and turmoil in the world now, and our country is just really in a bad place right now, but we need to try and be peaceful, try and get along with each other. Let's have some harmony in our lives, please.
Well, nobody could disagree with him. It's just, they say don't, well, I'm going to say shoot the messenger. That would be the wrong thing to say here. But I mean, they say don't go after the messenger.
He's changed, Eric.
Yeah, I imagine
it's been
maybe
43 years. Let's forgive him.
Okay, but I'm saying is there was no forgiving for Brady.
Right.
He had to live until his last day. As a matter of fact, I think they turned that into a murder charge. I think at the very end, his family was able to get it basically saying, even though he lived all those years, the reason he died when he did was because he was shot. And I think it helped the family get some kind of insurance that they had coming for them. So I think that Hinckley is listed as basically killing this guy, Brady. But as you say, people do change. This is why I'm against, like, the stories in prison. You know, he murdered somebody in 1965, but then you know what? He taught himself how to be a lawyer, and he was great with all the other prisoners. And can I tell you a voice of peace in the prison cell? This guy actually brought two gangs together and blah, blah, blah. And now he's a lawyer. We can't keep him in jail forever. I mean, he's not the person that killed that person back in 1965. And I would say, yeah, you're right. Good for him. But here's a little problem. The person they murdered, they may have grown and developed and changed over time and become better people, but they weren't given the opportunity. Maybe the person you murdered would have 3 years later decided, I'll attend law school. But no, that opportunity was not there for that person. So I say when you try to kill somebody, or, I mean, when you actually put them in the hospital but you don't kill them, or you actually kill them, then all of your opportunities have to end in the same way that you just ended all of the opportunities of the person whose life you took. I don't think you have a right to get better as a person because the person you killed doesn't have that ability. Call me cruel and draconian. That being said, as I've grown older, I'm against the death penalty. Not morally. I'm not against it morally. I think if you take a life and it's in cold blood, there's nothing morally wrong with taking your life for that. It's just I can't go around complaining about everything about the government and how the government can't be trusted to do anything and then go throw them the keys to, murder citizens.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead and kill a few citizens. Like all of a sudden, everybody on the conservative side, I'll tell you what, even the post office don't even know how to deliver the mail, but they're more than willing just to throw the keys to, kill some citizens. I don't trust the government with that kind of power. Morally, I don't think there's anything wrong. If you killed somebody in cold blood, I think you morally can be put to death for that. I just don't trust the government to do it because I can't rationally trust the government to do anything because I seem to bitch and moan about nothing but how bad the government is.
So then the follow-up to that
what
is,
they do.
Do you trust the government to put you in a square box for the rest of your life then?
A square box?
Of jail cell.
Oh, well, yeah, because at least you could turn that around. You see these things. I don't know if I ever believe them. The Innocence Project, and this guy was in jail for 35 years, and now he's out, and he didn't. I don't like half and half. I'm kind of like, I don't know. Maybe were they just clever? Were they good at making their argument? I don't know. I'm not following the case, but I would assume that some of the people they've gotten free perhaps were doing jail time they shouldn't. At least, I mean, that's a horrible thing to be put in jail for something you didn't do. But at least while you're there and you're alive, if it's found out, we can set you free. Once you kill somebody, there's no bringing them back. Well, maybe you put their body on ice. I think it's very important. Let's start putting all the heads of the people that we kill on ice, just in case we find out that we killed the wrong one. And then we get the right one, we kill that person, and then we take the frozen head, we put it on the real killer's body, and then that's what I call justice.
Yeah.
The Department of Justice refused
You
to...
now own the body of the person who actually did it. Sorry, go ahead.
The Department of Justice refused to charge him with murder in 2015.
Okay, all right.
Because
so
he died in
it.
2014, and they wanted that, but they didn't.
They wanted that because he certainly did die as a result of his injuries.
Oh, absolutely.
It just took a long time. So do we have any more messages of peace from Hinckley?
And try and reject violence.
That's all I need to hear. Ladies and gentlemen, John Hinckley. Hi, John Hinckley. The guy who tried to assassinate Reagan. I'm here to say that we need to have no more violence. And everybody just try to live a peaceful life. At one point, he says, give peace a chance, like John Lennon said. And that's when I had to remind myself, this isn't the guy who killed Lennon. This is the guy who tried to kill Reagan. They look a little bit alike.
That guy never get out of prison.
Yeah.
I have a better message of peace and love for that people.
I think that, would that guy even, supposedly John Lennon lovers are all peaceful.
Yes.
But do you think somebody would go after that guy if they ever put him?
I think that would have happened by now.
No, I mean if he was free.
Oh, if he was free?
If Mark David Chapman.
I'm
was
going to
free.
get you, Mark David Chapman, for killing my hero. I think he just moved back to Decatur, where he came from.
I thought he was from Lawrenceville, no? Decatur?
Oh, that area,
Yeah, they produce all the, the guy who shot Larry. Well, Larry Flint got shot in Lawrenceville.
Right.
Mark David Chapman from Lawrenceville. Good job, Lawrenceville.
It's the big
Tell you
Lawrenceville
what,
triangle,
yeah,
the
tell you what.
Lawrenceville conundrum.
I'm sure they have feel-good stories. Autumn Fisher, I think, lived in Lawrenceville for a while.
Oh.
Now she does her show from her car.
Remember, she's going to get you. She's from Loganville.
Oh, no, okay. I thought she lived in Lawrenceville, though. Is she just not with us anymore? Did she pass out? I told her not to do the show from inside of a garage with the car running, but she doesn't listen to me.
Can you hear me?
Oh, thank
Hello?
goodness. We thought that we did the show in a garage with the car running, but you didn't. You took
Should
my
I not
advice.
do that? I was feeling really tired.
How many times do I have to tell you? Doug Turnbull says there's delays on 285.
Pro Automotive Tips there. Yeah, the northeast perimeter, by the way, has been rough. 285 south, the inner loop at Lawrenceville Highway, exit 38. Stalled big rig, just moved to the right shoulder, but you're on and off the brakes back from Chamblee Dunwoody, exit 30. And on the outer loop at Tucker, 285 north, really above La Vista, exit 37. A crash, DOT says, is cleared out of lanes there, but very slow traffic back toward Highway 78. The travel advisory remains 2 through Gainesville as you head inbound toward the northeast corner of Metro Atlanta. 985 south, just a right lane open, a crash before Highway 60, exit 20. Use Highway 13 instead. At least we have better news southwest of town. Andrew Seco, Cool Ray, Kevricker Traffic Center.
Better news indeed. That long-standing crash has moved to the shoulder, 85 southbound, just south of Jonesboro Road. That's exit 61. But from that long-standing crash, we still have sizable delays backing you past the 285 interchange. Keep avoiding the area until that clears up. Use Highway 29. This is sponsored by Affordable Dentures and Implants. Get your smile back. Affordable Dentures and Implants in the Atlanta area make new smiles affordable every day. Call 1-800-DENTURE for the location near you. Affordable Dentures and Implants. Go ahead and smile. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
In Atlanta, there is always something happening.
30-minute delays out of Marietta.
The Triple Team Traffic Center has you covered.
On and off the brakes as you leave 85 north from Spaghetti Junction.
Helping you on your commute. Brought to you by the Cool Ray Lifetime Parts and Labor Warranty.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
My old pup Deuce just turned 13 years old. Poor guy's the sweetest dog ever. Unfortunately, he's experiencing a lot of hip pain as he gets older. I wish QC Kinetics could treat animals the way they treat humans. It's Mark Aaron back with you. Exciting new stuff going on at QC Kinetics. New cellular therapies that can get you lasting relief. QC Kinetics helping patients like you every day. Hip pain, like my dog Deuce, they got you covered. Elbow pain, shoulder pain, knee pain, whatever your pain is, don't go to drugs, don't go to steroids. Go to my friends at QC Kinetics. Regenerative, restorative cellular treatments for your achy joints. This truly is the future of medicine. Remind me to ask them if they can treat Deuce. He needs some help. Hey, call for your free consultation right now. It's 770-285-8026. 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026. Get in touch with my friends at QC Kinetics.
For nearly 50 years, Shane Company has been Atlanta's most trusted family jeweler. We'll help you create your dream engagement ring. Shane Company has the biggest selection of diamonds in all shapes and sizes, and center stones in an array of colors, including sapphires in blue, pink, green, lavender, and more. Just the other day, a couple created a truly unique ring by choosing a blue sapphire that matched her eyes. Atlanta, come check us out. You just might fall in love with something unexpected. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
You love free, and at Ameris Bank, so do we. That's why we're proud to offer worry-free, hassle-free Ameris Bank free checking. Manage your money your way with convenient access to digital, mobile, and telephone banking, all with no monthly service fee or minimum balance requirements. At Ameris Bank, we're with you. For more information or to open an account, visit our local bankers in person or online at amerisbank.com/free checking. Other fees such as overdraft fees may apply. Ameris Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Joe Wiersbicky, Master Certified Technician at Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. When you bring your Lexus in for service with us, it's thoroughly inspected, and it's my job to fix it right the first time, every time. Experience amazing at Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. 800 New Lexus.
Get pre-approved on your next auto loan or refinance your current auto loan at Coosa Valley Credit Union today. You'll get one of the lowest rates in the market, as low as 5.24%. Visit a Coosa Valley Credit Union branch near you.
Equal opportunity lender.
Take advantage of Zero Res Carpet Cleaning's back to school BOGO sale. Schedule 2 rooms of carpet cleaning and get 2 rooms cleaned for free. Just use promo code BOGO online at ZeroResAtlanta.com. Zero Res, it's the right way to clean.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE. 877-26-BIBLE.
That's good news for the Falcons.
We needed that help, too.
Picked up Matthew Judon from, does he go by Matthew? I feel like he goes by Matt. Matt, does he?
Well, it says Matthew Judon in the
Okay.
Ian
On
Rappaport.
NFL.com, it says Matt.
Well, they don't
Either
know.
way, it's Judon, and he's really good. I know because he's in the Bills division right now.
You guys play him twice?
Play him twice. Gives Josh hell. He's a great he's a 4-time Pro Bowl guy. So if that's a need, I think it's filled, but I think you got to pay him. My understanding
He's
is
in the last year of his contract.
He wants to get paid, and he wanted to get out of New England. New England didn't want to pay him, so I don't know how the 1 year is going to look.
Third rounder is going in the opposite direction for the trade.
Next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
That should be fun.
that's
I mean, unless he gets hurt the first day. That's the thing about football. You always have to say, so long as the player stays healthy or the team stays healthy, because you just never know in football. So on paper, it's a great move, I would say. And looking forward to having him here. Do you have that, the guy that was on the Falcons? Can you dig up that audio?
Oh, Hollis?
Yeah, what's it? Mac Hollins?
Yeah, let's see.
He was with the Falcons, didn't make a whole lot of noise, but since joining the Buffalo Bills, he's like all the rage in Western New York. He walks around with no shoes on, got this big hair. He talks about how his dad had a tiger, and then he just has this sort of worldview that's quite entertaining. And one of those things, do you have it?
I've got it.
He refuses to use utensils.
What happened that people said you got to start using utensils? Your hands will help you digest because your body knows that it's coming. Your hands will get the temperature of the food so you can better understand what it's going to be before it goes in your mouth so you don't burn your tongue or your lips. And you're more cognizant of washing your hands. People are like, it's dirty. No, it's not, because I know I'm about to use my hands, so I got to wash them.
So
wow. Makes sense.
He's wildly quotable. He's a big hippie, and he's just in
That
Western.
makes a lot of sense.
It does make sense.
There's
and
a lot of cultures around the world that
Yeah.
don't use utensils necessarily.
in the Buffalo area, Western New York, they're just loving this guy. He was here in Atlanta. I don't remember hearing anything
It was
about
always
him.
wild watching the team come into the like especially a road game, and
Yeah.
you'd see the team coming into the stadium, and we'd watch him walk in barefoot. Like
Yeah.
so, there were like the one that stands out to me was the game where we played the Panthers, and we should have won that game. We probably would have won the division.
Get over it.
Yeah,
Get
it's
over it.
terrible.
Get over it.
Terrible, but life of a Falcons fan. But he walks in. It's pouring down rain in Charlotte, and he's walking in the stadium barefoot.
Refuses to wear.
It's like 40
refuses
degrees.
to wear shoes.
40 degrees outside, and I'm like,
Unless
okay.
he has to wear cleats, I guess, when he's playing. But he's a fun character. It's just interesting to me that while he was with the Falcons, we're doing a daily show, and I don't know if the local reporters just didn't ask him interesting questions, but up in Buffalo now, it's go to Mac Hollins. He's got a quote that you can run with.
Yeah,
So-
to be fair, he probably. I mean, Josh Allen is a much better quarterback than Desmond Ritter is.
You think so?
Yeah, I think
we'll
so.
find out.
I know it's controversial.
I think that's still up to. I think that's still up for debate.
Tell Josh Allen to chill out in preseason games, though. He needs to.
Oh yeah,
relax.
or learn how to slide.
Both. How about both?
Your knee is not supposed to bang against the turf when you slide.
Just
as a
ask
quarterback.
J.J. McCarthy about that.
Yeah. Is he hurt really bad?
He's out for the season.
That's
So Vikings fans, sorry.
Oh, you seem to be saying that with a little bit of joy.
Well, because they moved up to
Sorry.
get him. The prospect on him has been so high. I'm like, I don't know about that guy. I don't know.
Well, I don't think
My
they
gut
got-
says,
Hey,
yeah.
listen, they've got the great Sam Darnold. They'll be fine. Colin
Kaepernick's ready.
He's going to coach.
Jim Harbaugh says he wants Colin Kaepernick to coach for the Chargers.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if he says yes. All right. That music's telling us two things. Shut the hell up and get the hell out. And you know us. We always comply. We're good citizens. Shelley Winter's got a great show coming up next. And we're not done for the week. It's only a hump day, right? We got 2 more of these shows.
That's right.
We're going to do the next one tomorrow starting at 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us. But until then, continue on your journey. Do not piss off the genie.
At 6:56, Doug Turnbull of the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center. Both problems on 285 in DeKalb County have cleared, basically anyway, north and south near Lawrenceville Highway and La Vista Road. The 285 north problem may at times stick into the right lane. And I'm investigating some problems in Tucker on Lawrenceville Highway and the Brocken Road, Coolidge Road area. We also see on 85 south getting a lot better into the southern suburbs. The wrecks have cleared out of the way between 285 and Fairburn. We did find a new slow zone on 400 north in Sandy Springs, Andrew Seco.
That we did. Jackcom 911 telling us of a crash 400 northbound just before you get to Northridge Road at exit 6. We're off to the shoulder, but seeing a little bit of stoppage as you head north from the perimeter. You may want to consider taking Highway 9. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Money Update. From WSB consumer expert Clark Howard. Sponsored by Reliable Heating and Air.
I am so excited. The state is allocating supplemental budget item to spend millions of dollars fixing the potholes on the interstates. Now we need governments across Metro Atlanta to deal with the potholes on the regular streets. On Roswell Road, before you hit Sandy Springs, there's been one of those big metal plates in place for 4 years, still sitting there. What's going on?
Keeping your home clean while trying to sell it with kids, dogs, or a busy life can be overwhelming. Skip the stress of constant cleaning and get a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. One of our clients, Lori, said they had our house sold within 3 days and kept us informed on everything that was happening. And I would highly recommend them to anyone looking to sell. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be and close in as little as 21 days. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
This is Monica Pearson for Superior Plumbing. When you have plumbing problems, you need it done quickly and on your schedule. Superior Plumbing will work around your schedule night and day. They've served Atlanta for almost 40 years. They want to be your plumber for life, and they'll earn your trust by doing the work correctly the first time. So do what I did and call Superior Plumbing night or day to have a trusted plumber fix your plumbing issues.
Superior, the honest one. Call 770-422 Plum.
The past few months have been incredibly tough for me. It's Belinda